innings. You can't start yet, people. You ain't score it here. Come on, behave yourself. Yeah, she's in the bathroom. Cheers, mate.
Sorry, John, I didn't see you there under the hat. Good to see you. No, it's just
Hello again. How are you, John? Surely, yeah. Yeah, she's doing this match as well. I think because Canada don't have a ball. Yeah, there is a ball there. Shirley, aren't they? And I hope there's a few gin and tonics for you in this afterwards. And I've also got John back with me. Of course, I had John here with me yesterday. So we have John in the house, joining Shirley as the scorers. Rahul has disappeared somewhere. Kenneth and Sam are here. And we are ready to start. And of course, the news from the coin toss was that the Canada Masters, they did win the toss. And they did decide that they would take the field first. Interesting decision. But they obviously fancy themselves chasing. So Surrey, like they did yesterday, are going to have a bat first. And got a couple of good players in this side for Canada. Of course, we haven't seen them in this festival. Here's the first delivery. And that looks like it's going to be 4 runs straight away. It is. That's nicely played. Good shot. And that's John Thornton. I must admit, I do like it that John is at the top of the order. I know that yesterday, he came in a bit lower down, and he came in once after a good start from Surrey when the 2 openers, Redfern was one of them, and the captain for this match, King, was the other. Both batted their 50 and were retired. And then the other batters just struggled to get going, and the main reason was they weren't running the singles. But if Thornton keeps hitting the ball like that, he doesn't have to run too many singles. Good comeback delivery, though, from a bowler. That's Ken Robinson. So a lot of people tuning back in, so hello and welcome. And a few people saying, yep, we found the new link. That's good, and it's good to have you with us wherever you are tuning in from around the world. On the money after the first one was worked away for 4. As Robertson goes back to his mark. That's guided away to the fielder. They will take the single. Yeah, the colour of Canada. I was expecting to see Canada in a bit more of a red. Now I wonder if somebody put the wrong setting off the washing machine and the red turned to pink. That can happen. There's a bit more of a pink, I reckon. I was going to say it's not quite salmon. Looks a bit pinkish to me. But the Canada Masters. They will take the single there. There's a number of bodies around the bat. They will take a single. That's going to be the end of the first over. 6 come from it. So 6 from the first. Ken Robertson, it's charging in a little bit. And of course, with the new stream and everything else, we're just getting everything set up. And our monitors in front of us. See that Dave found us okay. So did Bob Polk and Jeffrey Mobbs. He says hi, Rico and everyone. Hello to you, Jeffrey. Great to have you with us. Taking a bit of time to get the bowler sorted out. I suppose the only issue here, the other issue, of course, with the Canada Masters is it is a bit nippy. So they've got the jackets on, but there's no numbers on the back of the jacket. So myself and the scorers are going to struggle here, and we're going to be relying on the umpires to communicate who's who. And I'm told that doing the bowling here is Shamin. I would say that's Bashk who's doing the bowling. He's got 55 should be the number on his back. Shamim. Floats this one up. That's a bit uppish. Goes to the fielder. That's a good throw. Ooh, good running. Had to be quick there, Thornton. It's worked away and run them up, boys. Here's the shot. They should be getting it easy too here. And they will. I know that there was a lot of frustration from the Surrey dugout yesterday when they felt, particularly after both the Redfern and King had been and gone, that the other batters just weren't running the singles quick enough. So that's something that they're keen to improve on today. But yeah, I was going to say that I know John Thornton as a player, as a batter. I've played against him when he's played for the English over 40s. He's somebody who does normally open up the batting. That's a nice looking shot from John, and we'll be looking to come back for a couple. And I feel that that's when he's at his best, when he's opening the batting. And as a result of him going up the order, Mike Redfern probably maybe coming in at number 3 or so. But I know that John, the scorer here, who's part of the Surrey setup, was saying to me that they are going to rotate it around, and too right. So I think you've got a lot of batters that do normally open the batting or come in at 3. But of course, you can't all be in the same position all the time. It is a tour as well, so an opportunity being given to everybody. So that's the end of the second over, and 11 is the score. 5 coming off that, so 6 of the first, 5 of the second. Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us. And got Nadringir is saying, good luck all. Go Canada. Woo, woo, woo. Go Canada is what they're saying. And I'm pretty sure we're going to start to hear some of the Canadian supporters here at the ground as well, because the men, they do travel with a very healthy and a very vocal fan club. Their wives and partners mainly. But yeah, it's good to see Team Canada here. Good early shout of yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so a few people saying, what about the colour? Yeah, I'm surprised as you. I thought it would be a red. Maybe the old red and white, the bright red for Canada, but it's a bit pink. There is a little bit of red there, but I don't mind the colour. I like it. मैंने तो ना रंग पसंद है. मैंने कोई मसला नहीं. अच्छा रंग है. एक गल है ना, और number नहीं दिसते. That's close. No, says the umpire. It was close, and I think sliding the bat in did help the batter there, Thornton, getting back. Ooh, little bit close for comfort.
Oh, lovely, thanks.
Looks like Shirley is being well looked after. Have you got your hot chocolate?
Oh, no, I've just got tea for now.
Ooh, you forgot about the hot chocolate. That's just tippled away. Well done to Ankit. I mean, a quick change around here for everybody, but Ankit making sure that those that haven't been able to, and that's everyone, by the way, get lunch, are getting something sent over to them. And Shirley's going to have to multitask. Eat. What do you got there, Shirley? Hang on, I'm going to have a look at what you got. That's sliced away, straight to the field, unfortunately.
Sandwiches?
So Shirley's got some sandwiches. Sausage roll, and a bit of pasta. Sausage rolls, yeah, that's nice. Raoul is back. Raoul, were you at lunch? Not at all. Do we need to know where you were? So you went to the toilet then, is what you're saying? That's what you're trying to tell us. That's where you were. You were sat on your throne. Oh, okay. I like that one. Garrett saying he's still picking the plants for his lunch. And the reason that Garrett says that, if you weren't with us earlier, was that Rahul, who is a vegetarian, nothing wrong with that, had a plant-based dinner yesterday. And we were all kind of wondering what plant-based is. Do you eat eggs, by the way? Do you eat eggs? So no eggs. So are you vegan? No.
I drink a lot of milk.
Okay, so milk, cheese, not a problem. So how come you don't eat eggs?
Because in India, egg is not considered vegetarian.
Okay. But you're not in India. He said in India, eggs not considered vegetarian. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Vegetarians and don't eat eggs. Looks like there is some lunch coming here for Rahul. He's got pasta again. So hang on, he's trying to hide it from me. Bit of pasta, some peas in there. Pasta, peas. Looks like some courgettes in there as well, with the sprinkling of some herbs. 18 after 3 overs. Big solid shout of no. Garrett and Ankit, team players, making sure everyone's well sorted. I think Ankit's going to get us some more sausage rolls, as that might go for 4, you know. It's pretty quick over there, and the field has done extremely well to stop it. Not too many have stopped those, and it's the Go Faster red stripes on this pink kit that has got the fielder there. Andale, arriba, arriba, arriba. And they get there. It's a good stop. Nicely done. Here's those sausage rolls. Yeah, Garrett's got the right idea. He's got the sausage rolls in here. I'm going to keep one just here. And I don't know when I'm going to eat it, but it's going to just sit over here. The sausage rolls, and they are nice. And they're nice and warm out the oven as well. Decent, proper sausage rolls. I'm not going to say no to those. Few people in the chat. Let's see who I haven't said hello to. And I think I've got Eileen in there. Going for the sweep shot. The umpire says not out. Watching from London. Welcome. Nice to have you with us. We've got Rubina Qureshi, who's saying, good luck, Team Canada. Canada getting a lot of support here. Oh, that one's just catches the edge and goes over the top here. Kenneth has managed to munch his lunch really quickly. Did you have a bit of pasta there as well, Kenneth? A little bit. He's still chewing it as well. I've got to stretch my legs a little bit, people. And I haven't got a cushion on this chair. Stretch my legs a little, walk around, and have a little look at. And Sam's got his sandwiches again. I noticed not any of the green bread today. Let me see. Oh, there was it. Did you have a bit of green bread? So you got yesterday's bread then. And wait is the call, and no run there. John has joined us. Now, John, we were talking earlier, while you weren't here, about some of the national days being celebrated today. You look like a whiskey drinker to me. You like the odd whiskey now and again? The odd one now and again? Well, it is International Whiskey Day, so you can join us later for a little tipple if you like. Have you got a favourite one that you like? Is there a particular, or you just any will do as long as it's wet? Yeah, go on. Tell us which one.
Anything from the lowlands.
Ooh, it's the. John sounds like he's a bit of an expert. Anything from the lowlands of Scotland, not from the islands, because it's too peaty. Now that's a word that's often is associated with whiskey. I remember when I was at that distillery in Ben Nevis, I saw a really nice promotional video about how the whiskey was actually made, and it showed the water coming into the distillery and was talking about the moss and the peat and the rocks that the water has to go through, and that makes the whiskey very special. And Narinder is saying, watching from Canada and getting hungry with your commentary. Just had breakfast. It's 9:07 a.m. Well, you just had breakfast. I think I'm saying your name right. Is Narinder? Is it? Well, Narinder, breakfast with ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਦੱਸ ਦਿਓ ਕੀ ਖਾਦਾ ਆਲੂ ਵਾਲੇ ਪਰੌਂਠੇ ਖਾਦੇ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ Aloo parontas, they the nal, that would be perfect. Or aloo and muli as well. Talking about parontas, which is like chapatis but stuffed with aloo is potato. So you can have like the chapati stuffed with cooked potato with some spices. Or you can have aloo and muli. Muli is like a big radish. Okay, what's going on here? Now, there's cake. We have cake. Hang on. Let's pause the aloo paronta talk for a moment. We have a bit of cake. Well, Shirley's going to have some cake. And he keeps offering it to me. I can't eat yet. Hey, somebody's nicked all the chocolate chip bits out of it. Look, they've got little holes everywhere. Where the chocolate bits? Have you eaten all the chocolate chip bits? Mind your head there, Garrett. Cake. So we got cake. Somebody will give me... somebody's going to have to give me some... yes. We know that Roll likes cake. You should see Roll's plate at breakfast. And Garrett will back me up on here. I mean, on breakfast, I think they're making the plate smaller by the day because they know that Rahul likes to pile it on. It's going to be another wide. Swing and a missing here at the moment. So, I'll give you the over by over scores here so far. 6 of the first, 5 of the second, then 7. That last over from Bashk was a good one, just the 3. They have changed the bowling here now. This is Ranjit who's doing the bowling. And Ranjit Chaudhary. So early change from the captain. So Chaudhary started with a few wides. Now it's Tipex time for Shirley. Has it? Anybody got in Tipex? Tipex? Well, maybe you should ask Garrett. He's bringing... I'm seeing it all now. I really have seen it all. I just said that Raul. Let's do this. Raul got his pasta. Pea pasta vegetarian. And because the cake's come, he's still got pasta on his plate. And he's now munching away on the cake. Raul, that's pudding. You have cake after the pasta. A chance, and well held. Well, you eat the cake there, Rahul, because I can tell you what the fielder's eating, and that's a cricket ball, and it tastes like a wicket, and it is a wicket. Really good catch there. And when he was diving, you can see that razzle-dazzle off the pink. And great catch taken. Really good catch. Sharp catch. Moved early. Got to it. Got the hands underneath the ball before he hit the deck. And came up with the ball. The cherry shining. So Thornton will have to go courtesy of that really good catch. Thornton goes for 14. What a good catch that is. And waiting for the umpire to tell it to. It was because once again... some of these the jumpers or the jackets that Canada are wearing don't have the numbers on the back. I'm going to do the Rico thing and ask the team, who took the catch, please? Ravi. Somebody says Ravi. Ravi Shankar. He's a tabla playing. Ravi Shankar. Tagada, 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 dinda, tagada, 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 dinda. Ravi Shankar, famous tabla player, did take the catch. And Ravi Shankar is number 26. Well caught. So Thornton, the first wicket to go. Good catch. That was really good catch. Want to take it on? That's a good bit of fielding. One thing I will say, I know we were setting up here when we were here on Tuesday, and the Ronnie Sackham Memorial Cup match was being played. The Canada Masters were playing against Norfolk and Suffolk. Canada Masters won that. And one thing that did impress me when I was watching them was their fielding. They fielded really well. They were throwing themselves around, diving around. And remember, though they did play on Monday and Tuesday, those cup matches before the start of this festival, they've had 2 days of rest as well. So they're coming out fighting here. So 28 on the board. And that 1 wicket has been taken. Somebody's calling me here. Hello, sir. Henry Pierce says hello to me. Well, Henry, hello to you. Hang on, I've got people in the chat from all over the place. Nadira, saying the name is Nadira. Okay, Nadira. And she said no chapati for breakfast. Well, मैं chapati the gal chado, परोंठे तो खाया करो. की gal Canada. I shouldn't say Canada. I have to do it with the accent. Canada परोंठे नहीं मिलते. बना लिया करो है ना. So no change from this end. Bucks will continue. He's the left armour, so just remember if we see somebody right-handed bowling, then we know that there's a change. Whoever's got the walkie-talkie, Rahul, has got to tell the umpires that we need to be kept informed of bowlers and catchers because we can't see the numbers because they're wrapped up. That's 4 runs. And we'll see the signal from the umpire here. Izquierda derecha, porque eso es 4 carreras, una buena golpe. Nice shot. Nice one to play. 4 runs. And the 2 batters out there at the moment. So we know that King opened. So Dennis has joined him. This is the wicketkeeper, Aidan Dennis. So Aidan Dennis, no run this time. It's great that so many people are joining in. We're having a little bit of all sorts of chat. I mean, Rahul has polished off the plate of cake and still now he's eating his pasta. Don't put that anywhere near Rahul. Oh no. Now Rahul has got a plate of sandwiches and they're all vegetarian sandwiches because Rahul, do you not even eat, you don't eat cheese then? You eat cheese. Okay. I was just wondering because you had no cheese on your pasta and I noticed that the plate that Kenneth had was overloaded with cheese. Kenneth, I think, likes his cheese. Rahul is now... Rahul said they didn't give me... Maybe because they thought you don't eat eggs, you don't eat cheese. I don't know. Over completed. 34 is the score. With now 6 overs completed. I like the contrasting colours also of the 2 teams out there. Surrey have got their kind of, I suppose you call it skyish, turquoise-ish blue with the black. And then Canada Masters with the pink with the little bits of Go Faster red on the side. I can hear the Canada supporters as well, the wives, and do get in the chat as well. So well bowled, well played. Chaudhary continuing, Ranjit. That's played nicely in the field. Oh, that's great fielding. I think it's that man again that took the catch. Ravi Shankar gets down, gets dirty, makes the stop. And took a really good catch. And this is what I was talking about. These guys were very mobile, which is one thing that Rahul is not going to be. See what I mean? Another good stop. That one saves a run. Yeah, Rahul, he won't be mobile after he finishes here. He's still hasn't finished his pasta. He's eaten all the cake, and now he's on a plate of sandwiches. He's like a machine. Esta chico es un máquina que no para de comida, eh? Comer, comer, comer. Una máquina. There's Rahul. Should be no run there to the fielder. Quick look at this field. They have got a sweeper out the offside. The bowler here, Chaudhary, bowling from the golf course end. So they've got Adnan Qureshi. Maybe that was Adnan Qureshi's family, somebody from the family that was tuning in from Canada. I might ask him in a moment. And Adnan, is your family tuning in from Canada? Yeah? Is it Nadir? Is it Nadira? He said, hang on a minute. Yeah, after this ball, he'll come back to me. It's just going to be a single. So Adnan, I wonder if Nadira is family. Oh, I won't hear from him now because it's the end of the over. I'll catch up with him later. The over comes to an end. Score, I see 35. That's 7 overs completed. That's a nice tidy over that time from Chaudhary. यार तू कितना खा रहे यार इतना भुखा सवेरे कुछ खाता नहीं I love this. He's literally guarding, you know, the Lord of the Rings. You know, the Lord of the Rings, the ring. It's like he's guarding that plate of sandwiches like it's his, and he's polished them all off. And I think John will back me up here. He's probably eaten about 7 sandwiches in a minute, and now there's one left. He's offering one. Shirley, how are the sausage rolls?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Disappointed there aren't any more.
Somebody must be listening. Where's Garrett gone? Shirley says she's disappointed there's no more sausage rolls. Garrett says so is he. I suppose we're kind of fortunate that Rahul is a vegetarian. Otherwise we probably... Well, yeah, one thing... Well, Rahul quite rightly says so many animals would be killed, and also we wouldn't get anything to eat. Bucksha. Keeping it tidy. The left arm. And good foot movement on this occasion from the batter. And gets to the pitch of it. Almost some buzzers there, but not quite. King gets another single to his name. It's going to be another single. Another good delivery, another good over. And just a couple of that one. 2 runs, 37 for 1. And Bakshi. Good areas from the bowler here. When I'm in this area, it feels like at a children's play area, because it's like a rusty swing is going backwards and forwards. That's what you keep hearing all the time. And I think a few more days of it, it's going to do. It said somebody needs to get a bit of WD-40 and put it on whatever's swinging around. Up in the air. It's going to drop just before the two fielders, and the bounce takes it away from that fielder, who then whips the ball back. Then a rare couple taken. And, Aiden gets a good bit of bat on that. We have Vijay Kumar, who's now in the chat. Hello, Vijay. How are you? And Moody is saying good morning and good afternoon to everyone. Welcome. Vijay Kumar saying Team Canada doing very well. They are doing very well, and Team Canada have very good support as well. We also have some support for Surrey. Oh, that's caught a little bit of bat, I think. We're going to have to run up. Oh, the fielder's gone down. Oh, dear. I think he might have hurt himself here. I wonder if the umpire should... That's very sporting. That is very sporting. I think that's very sporting. I know that the Surrey guys don't like that, but I like it. The fielder went down. I don't know if you got this on camera. He went down when he was chasing. He could have hurt himself. And I think both the batters there, I'm going to say well done to Dennis and King. They both said, yeah, we could go again. But you know what? I think let's play in the spirit of this festival, and they don't take another run. Well done, guys. Well done. And looks like the fielder. I can't tell you who it is. That's didn't quite have the ball, but that's quick work from the keeper. I think the ball came out the gloves as he whipped the bails off. That's Ramiz Mohammed. Yeah, I don't know who that is that fell, but he seems to be okay. He fell pretty hard as well. Chaudhary continues with the ball. Chaudhary to Dennis. That's pitched right up. Asking the question. No, says the umps. That's our Barry Burns, who's out there now. Leg by signal from the umpire. So we had blah blah or blah. I don't know how would you say that. Blah, hup blah. Was saying go well Surrey. We'll just say blah blah. That works, and that's what Dave went with. Oh, hello blah, says Dave. And also some more support coming in from Canada, from Srinvik, saying go Canada. ਹਾਂਜੀ ਵਿਜੇ ਕੁਮਾਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੋ ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ ਹੈ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਬੋਲ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੋ. And Moody says yes. Canada, let's go. Doing all right here at the moment, 42. Keeping the score nicely down. Nine overs now completed. And making some little subtle changes to this field. Mid-wicket is back. And they've got a sweeper out on the offside. And should be fielded, and this well fielded. Good early movement, got behind it and stops the ball going through. Baksha. Jamim Baksha. Good areas. That one's just a little bit shorter. And a single. Good attacking fielding from the fielders. They're running in hard. Just noticing that the player who did go down quite heavily is taking time to adjust himself. Doing his shoelaces. I wonder if that was the issue. Maybe he did trip over his own shoelaces. That's a good looking shot. Gonna have to run these though. Chased hard. And the fielding done there by Ranjit Chaudhary. Gets the throw in. Yeah, very warm welcome wherever you're tuning in from. Good to see so many people making the opportunity of the YouTube chat and sending messages through. A lot of support coming through for Team Canada. That's up in the air. It was just going to bounce before the fielder gets the throw in pretty quickly. Once again, that's good fielding. They're sharp and they're hungry, aren't they, the Canadians? Henry Pearce saying, come on to the Surrey lads. Vijay Kumar saying he is from Toronto. No run this time. Could be in trouble. Will be in trouble. He's gone. And that's going to be the end of the King. The King. The King is down. The King is off his throne. And he's going to have to come back. Wanted to take the single. I don't think it was on there, if I'm 100% honest. It was hit. There we go again. It was hit more or less pretty well to the fielder. There's no way that Dennis was going to get there. And I think King knows that as well. The King is down. The King is out. The pressure, I think, created by the fielders pays off. Chaudhary did the work once again, and he has been good, Ranjit. Gets the throw in, and King gets run out. And with his departure, it's going to be Ewan French. He's going to get an early call-up out there. He goes in at number 4 with 2 wickets gone. So batters that have gone so far, of course, John Thornton was the first to go, which was a really good catch taken by Ravi Shankar. And now again, we've seen some more good fielding from the Canada Masters. As Chaudhary, he's been quick in that area. Chaudhary, remember, he just chased one down as well. Gets the throw in, and King goes for 12. Go. Good pick up again from the Canadians. So, yeah, Vijay Kumar is saying that he's from Toronto and president of the Ontario Master Cricket. And he's saying that these are league players. Well, it's great to have you with us. Hey, what's the temperatures like at the moment in Canada? I mean, here at the moment, I'll give you an accurate count of what the temperatures are here in Malta right now. 14, but it feels like 8. And that's probably a good, accurate definition of what we're feeling here at the moment. It's chilly, and unfortunately, it's only going to get a little bit chillier, but we're prepared. We've got plenty of layers here. What's it like in Canada at the moment? What are the temperatures there? So, look at this field. I'm just loving the arrays of colours. I'm sure you're appreciating that in the stream as well. Well, can hear the crowd actually. That was a bump ball. The catch wouldn't have mattered.
This is French facing, isn't it?
Yes.
Chaudhary continues. He's been made to work hard, hasn't he, Ranjit Chaudhary? So well bowled. Liking the work they're being done also by Ramiz Mohammed behind the stumps. And that's close. That is really close, and he's gone. Yeah, I mean, that was lightning quick. Hey, there's always the commentator's curse, but there's the commentator's kiss as well. I just said I'm liking the work there from Ramiz Mohammed, and he was lightning quick. Well, quick as a lightning bolt as he takes the bails off there. And you can see there, probably just see that the foot was probably just up in the air before it went down. And Ramiz whips the bails off. The umpire has a long think about that. And in the end, I think Cedric says, yeah, you're going to have to go. We see it again here one more time. Look how quick he is. That foot probably wasn't just down. It's not the best of angles here, but you can probably just see that the foot was just there, just off the ground. There it is. That's the shot. You can see it's on the way down. I mean, that is quick work, excellent work, great keeping, and it's the wicket. And that's going to be the end. The end of the French. Well, the king went, and now the French have gone. The Ewan French goes for 1. 1 of 3. King was out there for 26 deliveries for his 12. The throw came from Chaudhary. The remise did the rest. So we've got Duncan Southcott, who's gone out there now. I'm surprised we haven't seen Mike Redfern. As I did say, they were going to make some changes. We know that. Gone. Another one goes. Good catch taken. And that's going to be Southcott. Southcott goes without scoring. And he knows he's going to hear the sound of the duck as he comes back. Of course, was captaining last time. And the new batter wants to hear, well, you better make sure you don't get one, Mr. Redfern, because otherwise you'll hear the old... It's a good day for ducks. And Duncan, he hit it well. You got to give credit to the Canada Master guys. That's a really good catch taken. And the catch was taken by the man who was doing all the good bowling from the other end. So Duncan gone. Catch again, brilliantly taken. A sharp catch taken. This time it was Shamim Bashk who took it. And Ranjit gets another wicket. And the reason I'm laughing here is that Mike Redfern, who was waiting for Duncan to come out, heard me mention he got a duck. He heard the duck sounds. He was kind of egging me on to do it. And he wanted to get off the mark straight away there so he wouldn't have to hear that the duck when he walked off. Well, he's still on that duck. I know that some of the people that are tuning in from the ECN will be like the sound of the duck. Derek is still around. Go, Ranjit. A lot of Canadian flags being shown and flown in the chat at the moment. 48. And that's 4 down. I just want to check. Is that a maiden? Was that a maiden, that last one?
Yeah,
Double wicket maiden. And that's the second one that we've had in this Senior Cricket Festival. We saw one the other day. So double wicket maiden there from Ranjit Chaudhary. Well bowled. It's going to be played out. Work to be done in the outfield. The throw might be wild, but the work is good. Yeah, we just saw, again, some great... First of all, we hadn't quite finished talking about Ramiz Mohammed and his work. And then a few balls later, we saw another good catch. And this time, it was Bashk, Shamim Bashk, who held on to it. And here he is now, still bowling Bashk. So it looks like they're probably... And they are going to bowl him out. He's bowling his 6th here. Is Bashk. This one is going to be a real chase. Fielder does get there. And who is it? Well, it's somebody else who's covered a lot of ground. Ranjit Chaudhary gets the throw in. Couple of runs does put 50 on the board, but 4 wickets have also gone down, so Surrey, and that's going to get over the top of the fielder, and it's going to be, oh well, what a dive that was. He built up for it, and it was almost like he springed into action to try and save the boundary. Well, that's commitment and dedication for you. He launched himself to try and stop that. He wasn't able to stop it. And that was a proper Canadian Airlines landing, but wasn't able to stop the ball. Let's go for 4. And this one gets past the fielder, diving. And, well, some of the Surrey players and supporters getting a little bit excited, shouting 2. So over comes to an end. A bit more productive than some of the others. So that was going to be the end of the spell from Shamim Bashk. And his 29 have come off his 6 overs. No wickets, but he's kept it very tidy. That economy rate about 4.8, so well bowled. So we'll be getting ready to see a new bowler come on from the race course end. A quick look. You see on the screen there off the wickets that have fallen already. Of course, we saw Thornton was the first to go. Great catch to remove him from Ravi Shankar. King was run out. And then we also saw that brilliant work from Ramiz Mohammed with the stumping, and then a good catch from Shamim. Chaudhary continues. His figures at the moment are quite exceptional. Wickets. 3 has taken, 13. Bowling. Now he's 5th. That's hit well, but unfortunately he's going to find the fielder who gets down, does Ken Robertson, and make sure that there's no way that that's going to get past him. He was on his knees and takes that round about chest height on the bounce. So whipped away, but once again seemed to have the angles right also in the field, and that's what a good captain and a wicket keeper can do. So we don't know too much, of course, about the Canadians. They are playing for the first time. I've got some information here which I'll share with you first about their captain Rohan Jasakira. That's up in the air, just sort of pushes that in the gap. It's a little bit fortunate actually. Well, the batter will say it's perfect timing really from Mike. So Rohan Jasakira, right hand batter, can keep wicket as well, who has played, this is the information I've got here, played Test cricket and ODIs for Sri Lanka from 1978 to 1982, and then represented Team Canada from 1983 to 1996, and Canada Masters in multiple over 50s and 60s tournaments. That's their captain Rohan Jasakira. Also got Ranjit Chaudhary, who's, well, you know, he's a great player. We've already seen some great work from him. Here he is with the ball. Ranjit, that one gets blocked out, no run. So Ranjit, president of the club, and represented Canada at over 60s World Cup in India in 2024. Ravi Shankar, the man who took that great catch, played 2 first-class matches for Canada in 2006 in the ICC International, in the ICC Intercontinental Cup. End of the over. 60 of 13. So they've got some good players. Good players in the setup. Also got somebody who we haven't really seen too much of at the moment, Eddie Jayawardena in the side. So Jayawardena represented Canada in the over 60s World Cup in Australia in 2022 and India in 2024, and over 70s in England and New Zealand. And we see Asad Khan, just about to talk about him, and it's an appropriate time for Asad to come on to bowl. So Asad Khan, vice captain for Canada in the inaugural over 50s World Cup in Australia. That was back in 2018. So all these players have played a very good level and a good standard of cricket, and that's why I think they're impressing everyone with their performance in this match. And a lot of the other players have represented Canada at various over 50s and over 60s tournaments. A bit of an inside edge there, didn't really know too much about that. Good start this from Assad, giving it a little bit of flight, probably a little bit short in his length to start with. I think he'll be trying to push that a little bit further up the pitch. That's it. Well, I don't think it's going to be stopped, but it is, you know. Yeah, good footwork. Well, who says that foot fielding doesn't work? Well, it worked pretty well there for Adnan Qureshi. Qureshi came across, and just when he thought the ball was going to beat him, he planted the foot down and makes the stop, makes the save. It's played away to the fielder, making no mistakes. Oh, that's well hit. And this time it will go all the way. Boundary. Good hit for Mike. He's a good player. We know that he scored very well in Surrey's first match. Mike Redfern, he did score 51 of his 50 balls before he had to retire, so he's probably pretty key in helping them get to a good total there. Oh well, that's in the air, but he's going to get fortunate. It's the perfect lob. Well, that's on its way down to where those tennis courts are, and I think the tennis players would be very happy with a lob of that quality.
68.
8 runs coming off that first over from Assad. I think he's just getting into his rhythm. 68. And that's 14 overs now that's been completed. And what I also say, I know that they probably are listening and following, but a big shout out to the partners of the players, certainly making a lot of noise. Certainly the most vocal of all the supporters so far are the partners of the men out there, and they're sat, I think, in the stands, braving the weather at the moment. That's a nice looking shot. That's beautifully timed, and that is just gonna be stopped. Footwork again. Really nicely timed shot. Beautifully played. Once again from Mike Redfern. Lovely timing. And only the quick footwork from Adnan Qureshi once again, who was able to do a bit of team fielding there. Flick that back for the fielder to get the throw in. I wonder if Canada Masters here might be tempted to get one more to come over onto the offside. They have got a fielder back on that mid-wicket boundary. But you can see what there. That's the reason I was saying. So that's, I had to get the dive in there. Well, the double dive. It's the dive from the bowler and also the dive there from the batter. The batter gets home, and he probably didn't need that dive, because I think if it was a direct hit, then I feel that the batter probably Hayden Dennis would have been in a bit of trouble. That's well hit. Nobody is stopping that. That is a lovely, lovely solid strike. 4 runs. Beautiful hit. Well, he says, I'll get up, I'll dust myself down, and I'll hit the next ball to the boundary. Good hit. So 4 runs there from Hayden Dennis. It's nicely played. That one just was in the slot, but still needed to be put away. Chaudhary won't like that. He's been pretty good up until now, but let's see what his reply is going to be. Now he goes just a little bit wider now. They should come back for a couple. They will. Chaudhary, of course, now bowling. He's fine all over as well. So they weren't obviously feeling that they have plenty of other bowling to turn to. The captain, Roshan Jayasakura. That's hit up in the air. Now this one, wonder if it slows down when it hits the ground. Yeah, it does. Again, that soft outfield because of the rain that we've had. And in the end, they only get just a single on this occasion. Good little passage of play this for Surrey. After losing those wickets, Canada Masters probably were feeling that they were going to slow things down and get the upper hand, but they've still got 78 on the board. That's a good over 10 coming from it. Probably one of the better overs that Surrey have had. It means that the batters and the fielders will be able to take a bit of a break here now and get some drinks down them. So going well here, Surrey. I think against this team and the way that Canada Masters have fielded, if they can keep wickets intact and keep going at this pace, you still end up with a good score. I always like to take the opportunity to talk to you about some things that happened back on this day. How about this one? This is an interesting one. 1994, Mohammad Azharuddin's decision to make Sachin Tendulkar open in ODIs because Navjot Sidhu, the regular opener, had a stiff neck, proved a turning point in Tendulkar's career and India's ODI history. In his first match opening in Auckland, Tendulkar blazed 82 of 49 balls. In 344 matches as an opener, he made 15,310 runs at an average of 48.29 and 45 of his 49 ODI hundreds. So, yeah, that was a good decision, wasn't it, from Mohammad Azharuddin. We go back a few years earlier from that. 1982. 4 in Lahore. Imran Khan demolished Sri Lanka in Pakistan's innings victory, taking 8 for 58 and then 6 for 58. His match figures are the best by a Pakistani and the best by a seam bowler on the subcontinent. Imran also became the first Pakistani to take 150 wickets. And 4 in Lahore for Imran Khan in 1982. And a bit later on, we'll talk about some fast bowlers. We can talk a bit about Imran Tahir back in 1979. But we'll wait on that for a moment as the players, they've had their drinks and they're ready to continue. 78 then for 4. And these two, you feel that this is a pretty big partnership. And let's see if they can stay there together. So now remember, we did just see Asad Khan bowl his first. Asad probably was just a little bit short of the mark in the first. He'll be looking to pitch this up slightly. The fielders have spread a little now. Remember, we had this splash of pink all around the batters a bit earlier, but because both these batters are starting to play some shots and hit out a little, they've been pushed back a bit. So Mid wicket, long on, long off, are back on the leg side, and you got a sweeper out on the off. Well, I think that's the calling of no. Just had Ranjit Chaudhary looking up and took his eye off the ball, and by doing that, he's allowed them to get a single. They didn't want to take one to Chaudhary because they know he's a good fielder. But he took his eye off the ball, and the batters will get the single. Oh, leg by signalled here by Cedric. Big appeal, but I think the umpires now are all on the same page about this pitch. It's a bit bouncy, and if the ball is pitching a fair way down the pitch, if it's not being pitched up, the chances of it going on to hit the stumps is probably not going to happen, especially with the type of loop and air that Assad is giving the ball. Assad Khan here, that ball, once it pitches, is bouncing, and is bouncing high. It's bouncing over those pegs. And that's a good example of it. Just see where that ball bounces. That's played around about the rib cage area, and it was still on the way up. So LBWs, unless the batter is all the way back on top of his stumps, if you like, ain't going to happen. Oh, well, I don't know what I thought for a moment there the fielder trapped his fingers between the ball and the boot. There was certainly a sound of the boot there, but no runs. Slightly change off length there. Cleverly done, actually, by Assad Khan. You can see the batters were getting used to the fuller delivery, which they were one big step down and pushing it down the. Oops, this could be a 7th ball being bowled here from what I'm hearing. As well, it's one that's going to go well for Surrey. They'll come back and take 1 and maybe 2, as once again Ranjit Chaudhary has to cover a big part of the ground. In comes the throw, and now over will be called. 85 there on the board.
First one though.
So, well, that's a little bit of a blessing there for Surrey. They got a 7 ball over. I don't think Canada Masters will be too happy about it. Mind you, they weren't aware of it. I didn't see the bowler or anybody in the field saying, "Hey, umps, isn't that over?" So, well, that 2 runs, how important could that prove to be? You never know, you know. You never know. So a new bowler will come on here now, and you can see that captain Rohan Jayasakara is having a chat with the bowler. So we'll have a chance to maybe have a look at the number behind his back in a moment. And it looks like this is going to be it's Ravi Shankar is going to come on to bowl. Ravi Shankar, who's already taken a very good catch. So Ravi Shankar, of course, those of you that like Indian music will know that Ravi Shankar is a very good tabla player, and also the sitar. Yes, Shirley is saying yep. And that's why when I said it was Ravi Shankar, I was doing the little bit da dinda, because that's a sort of dal, isn't it? The old dal that they learn to play to. So Ravi Shankar. Let's see how he starts here. Okay, up in the air, but he's going to get fortunate here. This is going to spin away from the fielder as well. Now that looks like that's Assad Khan who will do the fielding. Ravi Shankar. Field got the mid-wicket long on back. And, well, has this caught anything at all? I think the wicketkeeper was kind of appealing rather than probably trying to stop the ball on this occasion, Ramiz Mohammed. And I think he was thinking the ball was going to hit the pads, but it ends up, obviously, there was bad on that because there's no signal there from Barry Burns. So, a couple more runs. Oh, well, that one, I think was expecting that to be a fuller delivery. Now, from the reaction also there from Mike, yeah, look at Mike there, he's saying it was a bit quicker, and I think there was a bit of movement there, fair bit of movement there as well. And I think Mike also saying there to the bowler, hey, well bowled, that was a good one. That's floated up. Now they're liking this one. And he's gone. Given out. Now this was much fuller. Much fuller. Catches him probably around about the knee roll. And the umpire, Burns, has a long think about it and says, yeah, you know what? I can't see this one missing. Here it is again on your screen. So, yeah, I think that's probably, based on what I'm seeing there, pretty fair decision. I wonder if we can see that. I'd like to see that one more time because it is Ravi Shankar doing the bowling. And Ravi Shankar are loving the appeal there. How is that, he says. And then it's, how is that? Let's see that again. As gets the wicket. And LBW, leg before wicket. I don't think we're going to see a lot of those in this festival because, as I keep saying about the pitch, but yeah, no, I don't think it was too much doubt about that. I think that was probably a fairly straightforward decision made. So wicket goes down. So Dennis. Good little partnership, and that's a good partnership to break, isn't it, for Canada Masters? Those two, Dennis and Redfern, were looking good. And Dennis goes for 32 of 33. Oh, 1-2 here, and they will get there. Yeah, it was a good knock there from Dennis. I like his knock. So 32 and 2 fours in that knock. Flight it up again, similar delivery, similar length that Dennis missed out on. Kind of did just miss it, strapped him on the pads, and he was pretty much in front. So yeah, good start then from Ravi Shankar. Ravi Shankar's having a good game. Don't forget that very good catch that he took as well. 92, as we start to see some more of those dark clouds started to say, I suppose, being blown over. And so far they've kind of, like they did kind of yesterday when it got, remember, really dark at one point, a little bit later in the day yesterday. But they did miss us, and let's hope that these two as well. 17 overs now completed, 92 on the board. A key thing, I suppose, for Surrey here is to keep things going. As we saw a quick little look there of the Manhattan. It gives you an idea of the way they've been scoring. So you can see that was pretty standard. There wasn't really any real big, no massive peaks in there, but no really downward trends either. So they kept it steady. So even though wickets are falling, so it's probably better that Surrey do that than what they did when they lost out to Norfolk and Suffolk yesterday. Yesterday they went well, and if you looked at their Manhattan yesterday, it went from a high to a low, especially in the second part of their 15, the last 15 overs here. Today, if they can keep it at the right level, even though they lose wickets, they will end up, you feel, with a better score than what they posted yesterday, which was that 160. Mike Redfern is key though. He did score a half century yesterday, and but he needs partners out there, and he's hoping that he's going to get one here with Clayton. Clayton not taking any real chances at the moment with against the spin. This is Russell. He drops back here this time. He just plays that away for a single. And Redfern running hard for his runs, isn't he? Or for his team. Mike Redfern calls it and goes quick. The ball didn't travel that far and it was pretty close to the fielder, but it still makes it. I'm coming in with some WD-40 tomorrow. I don't even know what it is. That's
The light station.
shot. That's 4 runs. Don't bother running for those. Cuatro carreras. What a delightful sweep shot that was all along the deck. That's textbook, that is. That's right out of the book. Lovely shot. And it's right up there as one of the shots of the day so far. That from Redfern, beautifully played. And this is what we were looking at before. So that's the only blip in that really was that double wicket made in over number 11. But apart from that, they've gone pretty well. And of course, there was the big over in there as well, wasn't there? And that Chaudhry went for 10. And so keeping it steady, and that's what they've got to do. And that's what I mean. If they can keep going at this pace, they will serve them well. Clayton will start on strike. 97 for 5. Ravi Shankar. I just feel here they've got Adnan Qureshi on the boundary. I think to Clayton, who's relatively new, the new batter, I would have him up. I'd have him up in the ring, maybe even closer. Put the pressure on. Not allow him to get easy singles. Make him work for his runs to start off with. And that's why. And then, of course, to Mike Redfern, you would then push him back. So I just think little things like that. New batter comes in. Maybe apply a bit more pressure to the field now to Redfern. Long on, long off, back. Sweeper back on the offside. And then you also have mid-wicket on the leg side on the boundary. Ravi Shankar tosses it up. That's that Yorker length delivery. I'm liking the areas here from Ravi Shankar. A left arm around the wicket. And from my experience with left arm round the wicket bowlers, they are always very successful. Comes in between the umpire and the stumps. That one again pitched right up there. So he's bowled a couple pitched right up. I wonder if he will try something different with this one. Redfern also is a very experienced player and very good batter. He will know also what the bowler is trying to think. So a little bit of cat and mouse here. Well, that's what Rob Thompson was having yesterday in his house when the cat brought a mouse in for him. Bit of cat and mouse between the... Yeah, that one is that slightly shorter one. Just... bit more of the arm involved in that delivery. Didn't give it as much flight, but it's well worked. Redfern does like to go on that front foot, doesn't he? He's always looking to get on the front foot and paddle the ball either side of the wicket. But if you can if you can launch into it, he launches into it well as well. And he's always looking to play that sweep shot. Wait is the call this time. They didn't like the fact that was thrown away unnecessarily, Canada, but no harm done. Over comes to an end. 99, just the 2 runs off that over. So you've got 2 spinners working from both hands at the moment. This looks like might have a change here actually. Looks like we're going to see somebody else. Looks like Asad Khan might be given a bit of a break. This looks like it's Wilson. Yeah, Wilson Sinath Singh. Sinath Singh going to be bowling over number 20. So Wilson Sinath Singh once again liking the Rossan is there with the bowler. They set the field as they get ready to go. And Dave, he's having a bit of food chat, saying he enjoyed a chocolate muffin. Oh, doesn't quite carry. Good effort. Don't shy away from it, do they? We've seen them diving on the boundary, diving to take catches, and that one also looked like it was always going to be short, but gets the dive in. Gets a little bit of bat on this as well. Got Ordin Popa in with us as well. And saying, quick chase, early finish, plenty of time for some drinks perhaps. Yeah, and the drinks will be whiskey today on International Whiskey Day. We've already got the orders in. And of course, Ankit is only going to get a glass of pop because he has his whiskey with pop, and we said that's not allowed. So he can have pop. Him and Rahul will be just having a glass of normal fizzy pop, while everybody else will probably have a little whiskey to warm us up as well. I know my father used to have you can have a bit of a hot toddy. Father used to have whiskey with warm water in the winter. Whiskey and a bit of tea. Nobody will know. That's well bowled. Really good ball. They're liking that one, the Canadians. From Sinath Singh. Thank you for joining us, Miku. And, Dave is in there as well. And a lot of support for, well, not just for the Canadians, but also for the Surrey players. And Nadi was saying, also good shot from Surrey. So I like that. The Canadians showing that they do enjoy cricket. And let's have a look at some of the partnerships that we've seen today. The first two partnerships as well, Thornton and King. They started things off, but the main one was that one, the one that they definitely need to break. The partnership that was 41 between, of course, Redfern and Dennis, and Aidan Dennis, when he fell leg before to Ravi Shankar. And now this one has, well, it's made a good start. Clayton out there with Redfern. So Redfern does hold the key. The other thing about Redfern is, I mean, he's still got plenty of time to bat before he gets to that 50 deliveries. That's hit well and well fielded. Might have got a bit of that on his knee there, the captain, but he's not showing any signs of. Well, he does then. He does a little kick that out that hurt, but I'm not showing no pain. Just worked away. I think here, Canada Masters are more than happy if Mike is just taking a single, because I think in the back of their mind, tactically, they're also thinking, okay, if he's taking singles, once he gets to 50 balls, he's out of here. That's really tossed up and hit straight back to the bowler. Makes the stop. There's Ravi Shankar. Walking around now here. It's like I'm doing a stand-up act because I'm trying to keep warm. It's getting a bit chilly. Scream off. Says the bowler, Ravi Shankar. As that one is very close to hitting the top of the bail, I think. So, yeah, it's, everybody can join in at the end of the day and have a little tipple of the water of life a little whiskey, which of course will be celebrated around the globe today. As Zishan Khan, somebody that we know very well in Malta, comes in and says hello to us. Zishan, of course, a regular player here in Malta, also has played with the national team. 103 then for 5, 21 overs being completed. So we just had a look at that Manhattan, and I said that they've kept it pretty consistent. The issue now is the last few overs that things have started to slow down, and they don't want that here now, and that just puts extra pressure on somebody like Redfern. Clayton, he's just on 6. See, a ball like that, though Mike Redfern is a very good player, I just feel that sometimes a ball like that, that's when you need to be looking to really crunch it. And he wasn't really, I don't think the intent is always there. It was the short delivery. You're not going to get too many bad ones, and that's what you're going to do. If it's there, you're going to crunch it. And that's going to get past the field. It was an awkward one to try and stop. 1 bounce, 4 runs. And that's more like it. And I think that's what Mike's got to do. Unfortunately for him at the moment, he's not getting the same kind of response in this partnership from Russell Clayton, who's had 6 of 18 as he did from his other partners. So he's going to have to do a lot of it himself. He also knows that pretty soon it's going to be retirement talk, and he needs to get as many runs as he can before then. But the intent has to be there all the time. The ball before that, when he hit for 4, I think he should have been just rocking back and looking to thump it on the leg side to the boundary, pull it. But he was just trying to dabble it for a single. I think he's got to be thinking more boundaries than singles. So that's that sweep shot that he does like to play. It goes tamely to Adnan Qureshi, who does the fielding. So I wonder if he's been able to inspire Clayton to also try and get going here. It's almost, it kind of feels like hit out or maybe get out, and a little bit of play acting there between the players, all done in the spirit of the game. The fielding done, and then you can see that Mike was kind of wanted to take the single, and then he was saying, well, go on then, take me on, I've got an arm, you know. That's a nice looking shot. Not going to go to the boundary though, but they should be looking for a couple, and I think they'll get there fairly comfortably. And even though that's a good arm there from Ranjit Chaudhary, who gets there and does the fielding? Dave is saying hi to Zishan.
Yes, agreed.
And if you're just joining us, welcome. You've heard me mention it's Whiskey Day. It's also National Paella Day. So if you're able to, wherever you are, you can have a paella. I know that in Spain it will be celebrated big. Different regions and provinces of Spain have their own sort of twist on it, but the main one probably is the Valenciana, which is the seafood paella. You also have paella which is with rabbit, which is with chicken. So that's a single that's being taken on this. That's the single. So yeah, so if you are having paella, do enjoy, and you can have it with a bit of a whiskey to follow up with as well. Hey, it's happy birthday time as well. Of course, yesterday we were talking about Diana Ross, who celebrated her birthday. Born on this day in 1969 was Mariah Carey. Also a very popular singer. That's a good delivery. That's a really good ball, isn't it, from Ravi Shankar. Beats him all ends up. And he's definitely getting that ball to grip and move. There's no doubt about that. The Nelson on the board. And a big leap forward. So Russell, I think spinners are winning the battle with him at the moment. Yeah, Mariah Carey, born on this day in 1969, American singer, and had a lot of hits. And of course, the one that she's probably most famous for, which I think brings her in a mountain loads of money every year, is the one Christmas. It's going to be another one that's just going to be stopped. Yeah, all I want is Christmas is you. I think that year on, year out. And I believe that every year, now that I'm not living in the UK, you don't sort of follow it so much, but every year she does a different video to that. And, wow, it's a forward roll and a stop. And I like that. Isn't that lovely? Can we see that again? Maybe you can see that one more time. I mean, this is what it's all about. So they don't really get in each other's way, but I like the way that the bowler, Ravi Shankar, and Redfern is at the non-strikers end. Just a little high five to say, yeah, we're good. It's good fielding again. Yes, is the bowler. Ravi Shankar, he does get excited, doesn't he? As he sees there's another dot. So, yeah, it's Clayton struggling at the moment, that's for sure. He's not able to get the spinners away. Over comes to a close. So that's 23 now completed. Still on the Nelson. Ravi Shankar keeping it nice and tidy. So 7 overs to go. Canada putting the squeeze on. They did that earlier as well, but it was Redfern that started to get the acceleration in, especially when he was out there with Aidan Dennis. Dennis did depart. Now Redfern trying to keep the runs flowing. Gone! What a catch! Second time round, that was hit hard, and that's the captain, Rohan Jayasakara, showing his talents. That ball was hit well. It looked like it was going over his head. He leaps up and kind of palms it forward and then takes the catch second time round. That is a big wicket. Really big wicket. And Canada Masters in the field, they have been fantastic. There's no other way to put it. The desire, the determination, and also you got to say the passion that they're showing out there has been brilliant. What a wonderful catch that is. It's another magical moment in this match from the fielding side, and it sees the end of a very good batter. So Redfern gets caught by the captain. 38 of 34. What a good catch that was. And we're seeing some quality cricket from Canada here. And now the question here is now, how do Surrey go from here? They've lost two good batters. First it was the LBW of Dennis, and now we've just seen Redfern go, and we see that Russell Clayton has been struggling at the other end. He's been joined by Rod Bull. And they know what they've got to do. They've just got to keep scoreboard ticking. And that's a nice bit of contact. Bull will get that one away. Great catch, skipper. That's what Nadira says. It was a great catch, wasn't it? Wonderful catch. Nice moment. Bit of flight. And that's unfortunate. Clayton hits that well. I mean, he does time it well. It's out the middle, but it goes straight to the fielder. No run there. The frustration continues for Clayton.
2 balls short.
No.
So
The wicket off the first
112.
He's going to sleep at that moment.
Too much in one,
Uh,
too much in one day. 112.
Yeah, that's the score's right.
Wilson, another good tidy over from him. Wilson, Sinatha Singh.
The umpire at that end. And discounting is
And-
not uncommon. But not
Oh, no, not that many.
Not going to get any easier, is it? As we'll see Ravi Shankar, the very excitable Ravi Shankar, continue. Ravi Shankar. Fielders just closing in a little now, you can see. That's a full toss, and it's good fielding again. They're lively, aren't they? They're moving around nicely, walking in nicely. But again, I think the intent has to be there with balls like that. And ball's only just got in there though, so it'll take a few deliveries to get going. And he's up against some very, very good bowlers, Ravi Shankar. So just look at the field here. They've left Qureshi out on that sweeping boundary in the offside, and they left long on and mid-wicket back. But they've got close fielders on either side. Oh, he's missed the opportunity. Missed the opportunity there. Ramiz Mohammed screams off, "Get him!" Not able to get it in the gloves. Bull survives. And just slices that to the fielder. It's another dot. So that's 4 dots here now. They're dotting it up. 112 for 6. Flight it up. And it's going to be a wide ball down the leg side. Good stop in the end there from Ramiz Mohammed. We're still trying to push that onto the stance, but I don't think that ball had left the crease. So a wide ball spoils what was potentially a maiden watch. And it's guided away. There'll just be a single. It's, this time Ranjit Chaudhary, who really has worked so hard in the field and has bowled very well as well, just decides on this occasion he's not going to bend over to stop that. He just uses his foot. Still got Ken Robinson, who bowled 2 overs for 13, to come back. He's got plenty. Assad could come back as well. And just basically drops the bat on it, and they'll take the single. I think you're at a point here where that maybe Canada, I know no bowler likes it. I don't think Ravi Shankar would have liked the fact they've taken a single there, but I don't think the Canada Masters are going to be too disappointed if singles are being taken. 25th over comes to a close with the score on 115. And I think the next time we see that Manhattan, we'll definitely see it's on a bit of a downward spiral, quite big time actually. And that was the fear. Remember I was saying at the time that even though that at that point they'd lost 4 wickets, even though they lost wickets, and I know that Dennis and Redfern was still there, if they kept maintaining that score, they would still end up with a decent one. And nothing there. Two umpires just having a little chat about something there. I think I'm not sure what that was about there, but something was said. Something to do with the ball. I'm not sure about. In the air. Oh! Gets fingertips to it. And it's one of those again. If you took the catch, it would have been wonderful. You catch the fall. No, मैं तो कहना सी आ देख लो सारे जाने जलेबियाँ खाओ. Jalebi catch. Well, it's not a jalebi catch, but it is a stop. They get a single. That went past, and that was forwards quick. That part of the field. And that's... Well, now then. That's come off the bowl onto the stumps. There is an appeal. How is that? Not out, says the umpire. Unfortunately, the non-striker, Clayton, managed to stay in his crease. Well, that's up in the air. Will bounce once and twice and go to the fielder. They want to go for two. And in comes the throw. And, ooh. And this time, once again, not for the first time, the batter and the bowler just almost getting into a bit of a tussle. Couple to come still in the over. It's another thing up in the air. I'm liking the fact that they're going for it here. That's what you got to do. I think there's no point trying to dab it. Go for the shots. Be brave. Of course, they're going to be a little bit concerned that they have lost those 6 wickets, but they should be okay. They shouldn't be bowled out here. 120 up now. Remember that at the 15 over mark they were 78. Well, sure, the batters, well, no run there. I can't believe they didn't take a run there. One batter ran halfway, went back, and then the other batter did the same. The problem was they didn't both do it together. ना तो कहता मैं आ गया तुम ही आ जा जे मैं नहीं आना जे मैं ना आया ना तू नहीं आई कहता मैं तो आ गया सी तू कितने से कहता मैं तेरे देखा नहीं चलो don't worry next time. And ends up being a dot. So 26 overs completed. So I think the score probably is 119, not 120. Yeah, it is 119. Looks like the book scorers had that right. Well done there to John and Shirley. All right. In the air. And that is going all the way. Kinna Sona Shaka Lagya Shaba Shaba. Arriba. Well, the umpire. Yeah, there we go. The umpire finally gives the signal. I mean, all the fielders gave the signal. In the end, Barry probably thought, I think I better give the signal as well. That was right out the middle of the bat. Botsona shot, Maria. That was sweet out of the middle. Sweeter than a bowl of rasmalai. Lovely shot. Well, that's more like it. Absolutely walloped it. All right, here we go again. Ravi Shankar. Foot stays down, not out. Good hit, good solid strike. That's what we need to see. That was better. And maybe that's what Surrey need now. They need a little bit of the raging bull. Well, Rod Bull is out there. And he's seeing red at the moment. Or maybe seeing orange is better because the ball is more orange than red. And this time it's gone behind. Run on. Andale. Eva. That's going to be a couple of red leg byes. So, yeah. That's what they're looking for. Acceleration. Need acceleration. Ravi Shankar Well, they're asking the question. He did take a good stride forward, and I think if you're going forward on this, I think the chances are it's going to go over the stumps unless you really hold it back. Not out, says the umpire. Good looking shot. There's a fielder out there though. They want to take it on, but that's a good arm. They've got good. Most of the Canadians have. थोड़ी तालक हैगी है ना, तालक हैगी है, जान हैगी है, मक्की दे नाल है ना, साग दी रोटियां खादी होनियां, and that's why they got the power to get the throws in. No underarm little throws. So the batters also probably don't know these players that well. First time we're seeing Canada Masters here, so they don't know which players have probably got the arm, which haven't. Shorter. Little dabble. All right, this one I think might go all the way to the boundary. Going, gone. Cuatro carreras. A nice little shot. It was that slightly quicker, flatter ball this time from the bowler, and it's been well watched and well worked away. Here it is again. So Ravi Shankar, bit of an expensive over. That's certainly going to show up well on the Manhattan. And 27 overs now completed. 132. Still got the 3 overs to come, and there it is. So you can see the pattern there that's following. It starts well. There's that little dip where there's 2 low overs and the double wicket maiden, and then that little partnership there between Redfern and Dennis. But then it starts to go down. You had that 1 big over, and now that's another nice over there. Good one that was needed there for Surrey. So let's see if they can now push on from here close to that 150 mark. It doesn't look like they. Well, we'll wait and see. It doesn't look like they get to the 160 mark like they did yesterday. Ravi Shankar does finish his spell, and it's the that gets played. Just will be single, yeah. So Ravi Shankar 1 for 26 down here. And the other bowlers also bowled very well. 3 wickets there, of course, for Chaudhary. And he's bowled really well. 3 for 27. So here's... once again, I like it. Clayton, he's may not all be happening for him, but he's swinging hard. I think that's not... I don't mind that. Clayton, who has struggled. If he gets a single and gets the raging bull on strike, you go with that. So let's see how they're making a few changes in the field here, and bringing another one across onto the leg side. So you got short, interesting field here. So only got the offside here. Looks like they got just the 4 players on the offside, a long off, and 2 very short on the cover. So I know what I'm looking to do. Well, he did try to do that. I think the field placement here gets the wicket here of Bull. Well, Bull, he sees red, not orange, and plays that onto his stumps. If I look at this again, you can see what he's trying to do. He knows the field has changed. He wants to give himself a little bit of room and play on the offside, but that was the wrong ball. It was on leg stump. It was going to hit the stumps anyway, but he just helped it onto the stump. So that's the end. And it's a good effort. I like that. He's gone out there and he swung the bat. He's got some acceleration in there as well. And I can hear him saying he gave himself some space. But the bowler, clever bowling also, I think, from Sunitha Singh. He really followed him, did Wilson. But, yeah, hit one big 6, didn't he? Yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah, 1 big 6 from the 13 that he scored. Gets bowled though finally by Wilson. Wilson made the field change. Probably thought that the batter would probably try and go out on that offside, and followed him, and it gets chopped onto the stumps. A new batter is out there now, And this is Bob Locke, who of course is making all the highlights on socials at the moment with the catch that he took yesterday. Let's see how he goes here with the bat. He knows what he's got to do. 7 wickets down as well, so 134 for 7. Still got another over to bowl after this as Wilson. Bat on ball. Call of yes, they'll take the single. So off the mark straight away is Bob. Russell, he's trying hard. He's throwing the bat at everything. And there again, this one, they should really be looking for 2, but Russell, well, they should. Look, there's a misfield and throw now comes in. They will get there. It's well backed up actually there, so it beats Wilson. But, keeping a good eye on the game are the fielders. The backing up has been good. They will get the single in the end because of that. Not a clean pickup there from Qureshi. That's well hit. The 1-2 again. Fielder picks up. In comes the throw. And it's as we said before, even though we know that the Canada Masters have been very, very sharp in the field, if it goes to the boundary, you're always going to get one for the throw if you back yourself to do it. Over. Wilson gets another good one in, so a couple of overs to go. 139. So this is Adnan Khan who's going to bowl. So they're not going to go back to... I wonder if there was an issue there with Ken Robertson, the opening bowler. Only bowled 2 overs. 2 overs, 13 runs, and then he sort of... That was the end of him. Asad Khan bowled 3 overs for 19 runs, but he bowled from the racehorse end. Now he's coming on from the golf end. And asking, well, he's bowled him. He's bowled him, and he says to the captain, why didn't I bowl from this end before? So he gets a wicket, and a bit of a swing and a miss. I wonder if that may have just caught a bit of the glove or something as it goes back onto the stump. So Bob Locke will go. Locke departs just for 1. Asad picks up the wicket. Asad Khan removing the 8. Back to 8 wickets now down, so still got this over and 1 more to go, and you want to bat out your overs, so it's in a bit of a predicament, maybe the new batter that's going out there. That is Greg Struthers. Because he knows that his team need him to get runs and quick runs. But at the same time, if you lose another wicket here, then number 11 comes in. I suppose it's one of those. Let's have a look. I'll say one of those where you think, well, played, and no to say, could be in trouble and will be in trouble. That's going to be out. Oh no, Struthers is going to go first ball. Oh boy, oh boy, first ball, and poor Struthers. Well, I can hear the sounds of the duck from all around. It is going to be and he hits it straight to the fielder. I don't think this field the fielder didn't make the mistake, didn't make the error. So if they went straight away, if Clayton had run straight away, he would have got there. But unfortunately, Clayton says no, and there was no way that Struthers could get back. He got, I would say, in the end, he gets barbecued there. So Struthers comes back, they lose a wicket. And, well, that's not a Russell Clayton. He's going to have to put his hand up there and say, now,
So Mo's 12th man then.
so this is now Phil Diaper.
Number 20.
So, golden duck then for Struthers. And, well, Assad, it's all happening in this over. So Diaper is out there. And remember now, I suppose you've got, yeah, you've got to just try and see what you can get to here now. But this was the worry. This is what I said. It's a predicament the batter's in. You know you need runs on the board, but you can't get yourself out. And unfortunately, Struthers, Greg, gets run out. If they went straight away, they would have got there because it was a fumble from the fielder. All right, they're making a lot of movement in the field. Understandable because I think you're bowling now here to a left-hander. Square leg is back on the boundary, and mid-wicket and long on is back as well. They have got left to sweep out, so they're not really, even though it's a new batter, quite understandable really. They're thinking more about saving the runs than getting the wicket. In comes Assad Khan again, and into the gloves of the keeper. Good bit of extra bounce there. Tossed up, and it's a good stop. It's a slow motion dive there from who else? That's got to be Chaudhry again. Yeah, it is. Ranjit Chaudhry. And it was quite slow motion. They will take the single. So Clayton, Russell Clayton, he could do his team a big favour by getting hold of a few here and getting a few boundaries. 140 for 9. 2 balls to come in this over. So 8 left in the innings, and tries to guide that away, but the field's been well set for that. They know that Clayton's looked to nudge a few in that area, so they've put the best fielder, Ranjit Chaudhry, in that part, in that zone. Comes down the track nicely, but well fielded off his own bowling. And that will be the over. It's a good over from Assad Khan. I think Assad will say to his captain, he said, hey Skip, Rohan, next time we play and we're in the field, I want to bowl from this end. I like this end. I like coming from the golf end. 141 for 9 with an over to go in the innings. An innings which went pretty pear-shaped pretty quickly at the halfway point. They were on 78, and at that point I was saying that they should be on course for kind of a 170, 180, but it didn't quite go that way. Okay, Diaper. He's lobbed that quite nicely. He might want to even come back for 2, but remember, it's the last 2 batters out there. You don't really want to run yourself out, and I think that's probably a wise decision not to try and take the second run. Field moves around as Wilson Sunatha Singh gets ready to resume his contest with Clayton. He's picked up 2 wickets for 22. All the bowlers really been pretty tidy here. They've been got to say they've been very impressive. They've basically appealing. The umpire says no. As Russell goes for an elaborate sweep shot. Yeah, they basically have shown again what I saw glimpses of on Wednesday. Oh, it wasn't Wednesday, beg your pardon, it was Tuesday when they played the Ronnie Sacco Cup and beat Norfolk and Suffolk. They're just a tidy team in the field. They bowl well, they field well, they back each other up in the field, and they throw themselves around. And that's going to be one that gets stopped. A bit of foot fielding there. It's just going to be another single. And remember, there'll be a quick break in between the innings, normally just around about 10 minutes. And we'll be right into the... that's a good-looking shot. Nicely played, and it won't go to the boundary, though. Adnan does well. And I thought for a moment that was going to be a boundary there. But Adnan Qureshi came from nowhere and did the sweeping. Just the one run. It was hit pretty well there by Clayton Russell. On another day, he could have had double the number of runs he's had. He's had a bit of, I wouldn't call it bad luck, but he's hit the ball well, but he's found fielders, isn't he? And that's what I mean. On another day, he could have been on double the 20 runs he's on here. Wilson. Oh, big swing. Using the long handle. Diaper. Diaper swings and misses. And he gets hold of this one. It goes to the fielding, comes the throw. They will get home. That will be the end of the innings. They'll finish with a single. They'll finish on 145. And that means that the second part of the innings, they get around 60 runs. So 145 it is. And remember, at the halfway point, they had 78 on the board. So yeah, 67 is the split. 78 and 67. I can hear a few people saying they don't think it's enough. Hey, it's the score is on the board. That's what you have to remember. I think Canada Masters will be happy with that performance. They'll be happy that they've restricted a Surrey team to that score, but they're still going to go out and get them. So, you know, I know a few people were saying, yeah, I don't think it's enough. A couple of early wickets, anything can happen. And I know that Surrey, they did bowl well, and if they had a little bit of the rub of the green against Norfolk and Suffolk, they could have still defended that 160 they put on against them. So it's a big innings coming up for Surrey. They know they can't afford really to lose this one. But Canada Masters, you can see they're still out there in the middle as the umpires come off. They're having a good proper team chat in a proper huddle there. And probably this is where the captain is saying, okay, guys, we've worked hard. The first part of the plan is done, but it ain't done yet. We've got to still go out there and finish the job. So 146 required for victory. I'm Rika Full, and on behalf of myself and the gang here in the hub, we really appreciate you tuning in and all your comments that are coming through as well. Keep them coming, and we'll be right back in about 10 minutes time for the final innings of the day, and maybe we'll talk about some more random things. We'll go around and find out what people's plans are for later in the day. And, well, you can join in that as well. And then also, we'll see if the Canada Masters can get the victory that they're chasing for. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes' time. Hasta pronto, mi familia. Hello viewers and welcome back to, well, so far a sunny afternoon here in Malta, but it is also a little bit chilly, especially if you're not in the sunshine where the players are. And they're hoping, particularly the men in blue, if you like, and the Surrey guys are hoping that they're going to have a good start here and pick up some early wickets, because that's what they need, because they're up against it here, having scored 145, so 146 is the target. The openers are out there. You can see that it looks like Ramiz, who's getting ready to face the first. You can see the number on the back of his shirt. Ramiz Mohammed, the keeper. And, let's see how he fares. Just plays that to the man who's kind of backward point. Got backward point on the boundary, so they've gone with a sweeper out the offside and a sweeper on the leg side straight away. So it's Russell Clayton who's at square leg. And comes the bowler once again, and oh, that's going to be a wide ball. It's a good stop in the end from Hayden Dennis. It hits him hard, I think, on the. I think he does get some glove on it, but it was high up on the gloves. Ill-directed delivery first up, this from Bull. And, it's played out. First runs off the bat as Ramiz gets off the mark and hands over to, I think this is Eddie Jayawardena. Gets set to face his first, the left-hander. That's played upish, but just wide of the long off to the left-hander. That was Struthers who does the fielding. The bowler is Rod Bull. So Bull charging in. And it's well bowled. Batters. They know here they haven't got to go great guns. They don't have to go guns blazing, do they? They can get themselves in. That's too wide. Now down the offside. Yeah, the rate they require just under the 5 and over. So they can pace themselves here. They can just clip it. And it's well bowled again. Good start then from Rod Bull. This time goes shorter and good fielding. Very well done. Well, I think the Canada Masters did set the standard with the field, and that needs to be followed up by Surrey, and they've done well so far. That was a good stop. Got down very quickly, got the palm onto the ball and stopped it getting past. And I hope you've enjoyed your coffee, Dave, and Dave is back. And Dave is saying that Bull bowls like I used to. Okay, I'll study him a bit more than Dave. But Dave then follows it up and says, but I never bowled a wide. What, never, Dave? Never bowled a wide? Well, if you didn't, well done. Bob Locke is going to bowl over number 2. 4 coming off the first. Locke just checks his field behind square on the same field really. That's a little bit short and it's whipped away. And Russell Clayton does the fielding, loses, I think, his shades, which he'll pick up now and put back on his cap. Certainly got this Canada Masters team has got a bit of the Sri Lankan flair to it, haven't they? And some of those names, Eddie Jayawardena. That's nicely played. Well, it's going to be 2 runs. Well, Russell Clayton, it's to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. Once again, he's going to have to find his shades. They're covering a lot of ground. Here's Russell. And that's after he did a fair bit of running out there with his batting as well. That's a little bit short, and it's not found the gap this time. Played it a little bit early. Welcome back to everybody. And John Hisham asking Dave what team he played for. I was going to ask the same question. Ramiz plays it away. They've been told to run hard here. Go, 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 go. And they will be fielded. The batters will have a quick look at that one coming back. Wasn't really thrown in. And Dave says, yeah, never bowled a wide in 9 years. RAF Locking in Western Supermare is what Dave is saying where you played. Oh, that was hit pretty well. And if it wasn't stopped here by Bob Locke, that would have gone all the way to the boundary. He timed that rather sweetly. Short and very wide and signalled by the... Oh, there goes the cap of Barry. And we got that again, Barry losing his cap. I don't know if he did it with his own hand, signalling the wide, or it was the wind. But it did go flying off. Well, he's back now. Probably haven't got time to see it again. You can see the Canada flag there playing around, so the wind is still there. The flags of Surrey and Canada. Do like that touch. Good work, and for people like Garrett, etc., always doing the changing. So over is called and score on 9. So a 4 and a 5. Bull comes back. Well, probably should be a run there, and not really sure why Ramiz didn't want to take that. It was definitely on. So Eddie gets another single. The field also has to, that's the other thing with this. Another reason why, sorry, we want to break this partnership pretty quickly. Left and right combination. It's another one that's been sprayed down the leg sides. A few extras creeping in here. We want to tidy those up quickly. The bowlers want to get into the rhythm in a bit of a hurry. Otherwise, all those extra balls and extra runs are only going to help the Canada Masters. Has played well. Work again to be done here. Clayton, he gets there, gets the throw in. Just a single taken. So both batters starting to get into good areas, good positions and playing their shots. Haven't hit no boundaries yet, but as I said, the boundaries are not the most important thing that's needed here at the moment. That's well bowled. It's good delivery. See, just opened the face of the bat there. Did Eddie Jayawardena. Wanted to kind of guide it in the gap between point and, let's say, kind of a wide short third. leaning right forward. Be similar to the way we saw Mike Redfern batting a bit earlier. Does like to get a big stride in. That's the short one, and ooh, well, this one is signalled a wide already. So that's 1, 2. It looks like there's going to be 3 runs here. So there's those extras again. So that's one thing. Surrey, they've got to be tidier, haven't they? Got to be tidier. They haven't really got too many runs to play with. There's another wide. On this day back in 1990, Devon Malcolm was on fire, wasn't he? As that one defended away. We of course saw Devon here earlier on in the week. He's an ambassador for this seniors festival, and it was great to see him. We did see him feature for Canada Masters and for Norfolk and Suffolk. Digs that one out, and that's a better area, better length, end of the over, and 16 now on the board. So yeah, so in 1990, Devon Malcolm, his radar was spot on in Trinidad when he cleaned up 3 off the West Indian batters in 4 balls, and it was no tail-enders either. He took Desmond Haynes, Carlisle Best, and Jeff Dujon. And those were the victims he took. He took 10 wickets in that match to make it 15 in 2 games, and it was only the weather and Haynes that stopped England going on to win that Test match in 1990. And that was great to see Devon here. Of course, he was wearing the shirt with the 957 on the back of it. That was the 1994 when he took that those bowling figures, 9 for 57 against South Africa. So that's well stopped to the fielder. Duncan Southcott makes the save, and that was after, you remember the story, he was bounced at number 11 and smashed on the lid, and Devon turned around and looked at the South African slip cordon, who were, you know, pretty chuffed by it all. That's 4 runs. Let's talk about this first. It was dragged down the leg side from the bowler, and well, didn't lock this in the right spot, but the batter did, right out the middle. Gets a swivel on this, a little bit of the as that one goes all the way to the boundary. Cuatro Carreras, well, there was a bit of the from Devon when he was smashed on the lid back in 1994. He looked at the slips and said, "You guys are laughing now, you guys are history." And then he produced that amazing bowling performance. It's played away, that'll just be a single. So we saw the first boundary then from the Canada Masters. It was a solid stroke played by Ramiz, who did an outstanding job behind the stumps as well. Ramiz Mohammed. It was lovely to see Devon here, though, one of the fastest bowlers in the world at the time. Now that's top edge. He doesn't know where it is. Oh, he doesn't know where it is. He still doesn't know where it is. It's behind you. It's behind you, Mo. Chad. Okay, look, किधर गई? तेरे ऊपर तेरे पीछे किधर गई? Well, International Day of Whiskey. Whoa, Mo Mohammed put some more water in it. That's what I say. That went high up in the air. He was doing a little bit of the ring of roses. It was behind him. Said, I have no idea where it went. And that one, well fielded. Probably if you went straight away there, you're getting the single. And over is called with the score 22 off the 4 overs that have gone. Yeah, and of course Devon was telling us a little bit about some of the other work that he's been doing, and of course helping to get kids into the game, and as part of the ECB. So yeah, it was really nice And I love the way that he mingled with the spectators. I know that the ladies from the Canada Masters certainly enjoyed his company, and they had caps and shirts signed. So it was really nice, lovely moment for everyone to have. And Devon Malcolm here, and it's great that he could give up his time as well. He's a busy man. That's firmly hit. And, stopped by the fielder, no run. Just guides that away, gets into a position very early, doesn't he? There's the left-handed Eddie. Gets down a bit early and just then uses his wrist to guide the ball to wherever he likes to, on that occasion, onto the leg side. That's pretty full. And didn't quite get to it early enough to did Ramiz. That's well bowled, this time with a heavy length delivery. Short delivery, played well, and that's going to be work to be done here by the fielder. Does get across there. Has a lot of ground to cover. The batters will take a leisurely two. Two more goes on to the total. And Dave complimenting. I'll pass on Dave's compliments to Kenneth and Sam, saying great camera work and camera angles. So well done, boys. And well, we're going to have to follow this one. I think this is going all the way. And it's going, goes all the way. Bara Chashot Maria. Both अच्छी timing. And it took its time, but it just was never going to be caught up with. 4 more runs, nicely played. And yeah, Khan also saying he's enjoying the camera work. So thank you for your compliments. It's always nice to hear and be able to pass those on as well. Well, that boundary came at the end of that over, 29. The guys, the streaming guys and camera guys, Dave, are saying the check is in the post. 29 of 5 overs, and we're going to see an early change. Well, this is Mo coming back on, Mo not coming back on, Mo coming on, but Mo, of course, we were talking about him when that ball went in the air. He had no idea it was. Everybody was like, it was a bit like pantomime, wasn't it? It's behind you, it's behind you. He's saying, where? It was. I think he got dizzy trying to find it, going round and round in circles. Now, we saw him bowl from the racecourse end yesterday, but he's going to bowl from the golf course end today. And I know that Mo Dilshad had friends and maybe family watching the other day. They might be tuning in again, and if you are, welcome. Do send us a little message through. And that's been kind of the theme of today, friends and family from some of the players tuning in. I know that we got friends and family here at the ground as well. It's lovely. It's what this festival is all about. I'm asking the question, but it seems to be a long way forward. So, bit of spin. I liked yesterday the first 2 overs from Mo. I think they went 9 and 9. But then he came back really well in the next 4. He kept it really tidy. It starts well here. It's no run this time. It's straight to the fielder, and good fielding as well. Wasn't waiting for the ball to come to him. French attacked it. I mentioned that born today, 1969, Mariah Carey. Any favourite Mariah Carey songs? I mentioned the one very popular one. That's hit firmly, but to the fielder. Yeah, of course, the one that everybody probably knows is All I Want for Christmas Is You. Anybody else? Mariah Carey songs, people? Any Mariah Carey fans? Okay, so Kenneth's saying he's K Ray, and some people have given him that nickname, Mariah Carey. Probably just another single. Shirley?
I was just going to look it up. What's that? Visions of Love, is that one?
Visions of Love. I think, yeah, you're right, that is 1990, Visions of Love.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay. I must like, one of my favourite ones from her is Hero. I like that one. That was a good one, Hero. Well fielded and well backed up as well. But he says, Meri bola, Meri, tu pariya. Pari hariya.
31, yeah.
It's a good over. Good start from Mo. Just the 3 runs from that over, so that's tidy. Wickets. That's one thing that Surrey you're looking to get here. Nice little moment there you saw on the camera as Dilshad just having a little chat there with Ramiz Mohammed. So, kind of one Mohammed to another as they're having a bit of a chat. And that's also the big part of this Malta Senior Cricket Festival. It's all about these guys. I mean, it's first time that the Canada Masters are here, so a lot of the players don't know them. So they're going to mingle, they're going to talk, they're going to exchange details, and you know, it's all about this family, this cricket family, growing bigger all the time. So it's great to have them here, and it's great that friendships are beginning all the time. And Vijay Kumar saying this is our first international tour under new organisation. And he's saying, make Canada proud, you guys. Well, with shots like that, Vijay Kumar, I think the guys are going to do just that. But not just with shots like that, Vijay Kumar, but also from the way that your players and the supporters, so their wives and partners, have sort of gelled with everybody here. You know, been a joy and a pleasure to have you here, and you are definitely part of this seniors cricket family. And maybe one day, maybe next year, we'll see you here in person as well, Vijay. It's going to be 4 runs again, I feel. He is slowing down, but is he going to get to the boundary? It does. It just gives the rope a kiss as it gets there. A little bit of mwah, says the ball to the boundary. And that's going to be 4 more runs. Well, a kiss on the boundary from the ball, and a heartbreaker for the bowler, which was another one of Mariah Carey's songs, of course. That one goes a little bit again onto the pads from Greg Struthers. So that was a heartbreaker. What he wants is a bit of fantasy, which will be the wicket. Of course, Fantasy was a song released by Mariah Carey in 1995, and Heartbreaker in 1999. And the one I liked, Hero, was 1993. And a few others in there as well, which I might call out and view at other times. What about in the chat? I know Dave's a music lover. Dave, Mariah Carey, any songs of hers that you like? Slightly quicker delivery this time, or well dug out. It's that time of the afternoon where it must be sort of getting close to the rush hours. That's played well. Doesn't he had to dig it out? Chases on, chasing it hard. I think that that's field type. By giving that the chase. It wasn't a bad delivery, but it was still very well dug out and very effectively played. And the umpire's just checking a number of balls to come, and Greg just making a subtle change to his field. Says, basically saying to the fielder, I think I want you there. So he makes that fielder much straighter, and that's gonna get over the fielder. Chases on. Andale, andale, andale. Oh, that's gonna be 4 runs. It's really unlucky. It's well chased. Feeling it. Both achi. Feeling the effort कि वो पैर से लग गया, and at the time he touches the rope, he was also touching the ball, so that's unfortunate. Going to be 4 runs, and at the end of the over, and a productive over that one as well. 16 coming off that over. Thank you, John. So it is 47 without loss. नाले ना ये तो सारी जिहड़ियां लड़कियां देख रही हैं ना अज मैं ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਸਮਝਾਉਣੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਅੱਜ ਨਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਉਣਾ ਲੜਾਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਅੱਜ ਹੈਗਾ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਡੇ ਵਿਸਕੀ ਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਗਲਾਸੀ ਪੀਣੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੀ ਗਲਾਸੀ ਪੀਣ ਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ so give them the peace to drink the whiskey today because it is international whiskey day ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ 2-3 ਪੈਗ ਲਾ ਲਿਓ ਕੋਈ ਫਰਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਪਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਲੜਾਈ ਨਾ ਕਰਿਓ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਆਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਆ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਲਾ ਦਿਓ It's a whiskey day. And we're certainly going to have one later. I think it's going to help us all warm up. Usually, I have to admit, the last few days, as soon as we've finished and we've packed up and gone to the clubhouse, I've had a hot chocolate. But that's given me an idea. Surely, hot chocolate and whiskey. It is a thing, you know. So I wonder, how many's up for that? Hot chocolate and whiskey. Raoul, no point looking at you. Yeah, you were looking at me, actually. Yeah,
With amaretto.
Yeah, okay. Right. Oh, he's going to get a bit lucky, the batter. Went for the big shot. Was looking to go over the covers there. You can see he deliberately opened up the blade of the bat to go in that area, but it slices off the bat. And Ramirez gets a bit of good fortune. Yeah. Hot chocolate with whiskey, that'll be nice. Oh, Dave, what's the matter with you? Oh, Dave is saying you never liked Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, or Whitney Houston. Why not? Why not? There are 3 very good singers there. Well, Dave, I suppose everybody has their own taste. Celine Dion, I think she sang some great songs. And, well, Whitney Houston, I thought she was brilliant. But like I say, everybody has their own personal taste. Those 2 fielders, aren't they like kind of in front of each other? They all both seem to be fighting and tussling for the same ball. Davis also saying he really likes the on-screen scorecard. Having to reach for this, hits it still pretty well, still gets a fair bit of power in that, but Struthers does the fielding. I wonder if he's going to continue at the other end. Like we said, his last over was expensive, but that one only goes for 1. So after an expensive one of 16, Mo bowls are very good over there. Just the one.
Getting in the rhythm.
He's as you probably hear John saying that he's got into the rhythm pretty quickly here today from the very first over, and he's kept it nice and tight. 1979 leg spinner Imran Tahir, born today in Pakistan, went on to play for South Africa after qualifying in January 2011. So they are changing the bowling here. So yeah, Greg Struthers did go for 16. So I haven't really got too many runs to play with, so they're making a change, and it's going to be Russell Clayton. He's going to bowl this 9th over. Yeah, so Imran Tahir, born this day 1979, born in Pakistan, but did then qualify to play for South Africa in 2011. He took 5 for 32 to bowl out Pakistan for 99 and came back to take 3 more in the second innings of a massive victory back then for South Africa. It's played along the ground. Nice shot. And you can see he's looking to try and keep everything along the deck. And he was also somebody who had success in World Cup cricket. He was the second highest wicket taker in 2015 World Cup, where he took his first 5-4 against the West Indies in Sydney. In the quarter-final at the same venue, Tahir even troubled Sri Lanka's spin-fed batters, taking 4 for 26, and he was named South Africa's T20I Cricketer of the Year in 2017. As that one is going to go for 4 and brings the 50 up. You probably heard that as well. Really nice shot. Yeah, 2017 T20I Cricketer of the Year, South Africa, having taken a career best 5 for 24 in Auckland earlier in the year. Born on this day, 1979, Imran Tahir. So 50 coming up with that boundary. Nicely played. And you can see, because of the rate here, it can be very selective, can't they? So it's very sensible batting, really. This from Canada Masters. If it's on for the shot, they'll take it. If it's risk-free, otherwise they're prepared just to block. Clayton again. That's short, not a good delivery. It's going to be a wide, and again they will just take the one. They're not trying to overdo it out there, and they know there's a lot of cricket to be played, and they don't have to necessarily run hard here. So another wide. A few people enjoying this partnership. And that's a good comeback from Clayton. Tossed up, and it's a nice looking shot. Gets it through the infield. Sweeper comes into play and stops the ball going to the boundary, and now that field has to swap over again. Oh, look at them go, crossing over in the middle of the pitch, going from one side of the field to the other. Left and right combinations. I think most people who know me will know that I love it. I think the more of that you can have throughout the innings, the better. That's a good delivery. Nicely bowled, good length, and a good way to finish the over. 8 runs coming from it, 56 without loss. Both batters going well. And Jayawardena is ticking along quite nicely. Have a look at the comparison of the Manhattans. One thing that that Manhattan does show, if you study it closely, so 56 on the board here for Canada Masters after 9 overs, and their opposition were on 42. So you can see that because of that one big over there, that's put them ahead. And the main reason, I think, for that was, don't forget that the blips came with those maidens and that double wicket maiden, which came up, I think it was the 11th over, yeah, when Ranjit bowled that over number 11, double wicket maiden. Dilshad. This time it's going to be a wide. Its length was good. It's just the location. Just strayed slightly onto the pads. Get the feeling here that Joe O'Donnell is quite fancying, maybe looking to go for the sweep here, but he knows that there is that fielder in Greg Struthers who's right on that boundary. This time also in the afternoon the shadows start to appear, so the fielders that are going to be sort of in front of the archery area, far side of the ground, when they're looking this way, that sun is definitely going to be in their eyes. And that's something that the wicketkeeper also will probably be saying to the fielders, hey guys, when you frame the ball in from the pavilion end, keep it low, because the sun is going to be right in the eyes. Just blocking, and well, they're getting a bit of sledging here now, are the batters, from their own teammates, saying stop blocking the ball, get it in the gaps, take the singles. Dilshad. And that's worked away. Leg side, they want to push to saying. And it is probably fair to say, not that they're necessarily, I think I said this earlier, they don't have to be pushing hard on those singles and trying to convert those ones into twos. They can try and take their time. But I think the team want them to play to the standard that they want to set throughout this festival, and that means that, you know, if there's a single, you take it. If there's two, you take it. And Dave, I think, has come back. I think a few people have given Dave a hard time and said, well, what do you mean you don't like those people? So he's come back and said he preferred Madonna, Sinead O'Connor, Shakira, and okay. And Vijay Kumar has come back and said, on behalf of the Canada Masters Cricket Association, we extend our heartfelt appreciation for the continued support, hospitality and collaboration between Malta Cricket, and we remain grateful. Well, we are absolutely delighted to have the team here. They've been ambassadors for Canada here, and like I say, I hope we will see you for, well, many more years to come. They'll take the single here. So a good partnership developing and staying more or less at the rate they need to be. Just get the feeling here that either one of these batters could just go into overdrive at any moment. That's good areas though, Clayton. If he gets it in the slot, he's kind of more or less in that Yorker length area where the batters are not able to get right underneath it. And he doubled on it, the left-hander. Well, he's reaching for that, and it doesn't quite carry. The shot wasn't quite on. He reached for it, but very good running. Well, I think that's been appreciated better from his teammates. They're running hard. Run two there. That was something that they certainly weren't doing earlier. So I think the message has got out to them. Say, come on, guys. Let's not go below our standard, even if we know it's not a big run rate that's required. But let's if the single's there, we take it, and if there's two, we take two. Wants to work this one away. I think he likes to get on that front foot. He likes to get a lot of weight on that front foot, and I think that probably, because he gets on there really early, if the ball is slightly shorter, I don't think he's able to latch it away quick enough. I mean, this time he's going to get this lofted over the fielder. They're going to come back again. So even with that one, you see, because he goes so heavily on his front foot, that's the sort of shot that he's probably aiming to play it more in the big gap between where the fielder is on the mid-wicket boundary and the short 45. There's a massive gap there. But he's kind of scooping it over the mid-on. And that's probably because he is very focused and going front foot. Whereas this probably is a pitch where you can play very well on the back foot. And, of course, we saw Randall, a left-hander from the Australian Kangaroos, play that shot very well yesterday. He was very quick to rock back on the back foot and hook and pull. And I think that's probably what that Eddie Jawardana probably needs to be looking to do. The left-hander over comes to an end. 65 now of 11. Dilshad to continue. He's bowled very well so far. Starting to bowl now here to the right-hander who comes down the track and hits it well. And I don't think you need to run for those. Well, the Canada Master camp have been screaming and shouting at the batters to run, but once that one's hit, stop running, they say. Stop running. Save your energy. Yeah, you don't have to run for that. Once that gets past the fielder, it's going to be 4 runs. Especially now that the ground has been dry for several hours. Nice shot, good footwork. Probably that's the difference there between Rameez Mohammed, who uses his feet and plays through the ball, rather than Rameez, who seems to be waiting for it. It's a kind of a similar stroke, but this time goes to the fielder. So this will be interesting now. So Rameez Mohammed seems to be playing Dilshad very well. Now let's see if his partner Eddie Jawardana is once again just going to be looking to take that big stride forward and sort of nerdle it around, or whether he too will. Yeah, you see the difference. So you can see a very distinct difference the way these two are batting. So Rameez is just taking a big stride forward and blocking, whereas his partner at the other end, Mohammed, is using his feet well and hitting the ball sweetly and swiftly down the ground. And a bit more aggression on that one. And just from the way the shades came flying off the head of the fielder, I know that's Russell Clayton. It's not the first time, probably won't be the last. Those shades go flying off the peak of his cap. They take the single. So Dilshad will once again now have to bowl to Rameez. That's well bowled and also well played. I think Dilshad knows that if he flights it up, that he's going to be coming down the track and hitting him down the ground again. So he bowls it a little bit shorter, a little bit wider, and just hoping that maybe he can fool Mohammed to come down and miss it and get stumped, but no such thing on this occasion. Rameez waits for it and plays it out on the offside. And it was a chance. Now this is not easy. I'll tell you why. The sun, remember I mentioned this, that starts at the height where the ball goes to where you're staring at the sun, and you can see at the last moment there was a reaction to try and make the adjustment to take it, but unfortunately Diaper not able to hold on to it, and Diaper lets that one go, puts that one down. Over comes to a close, so 72. That's a more productive over for the batters against the bowling of Dilshad. And I may not be able to fully understand what's been said there, But I'm pretty sure it's to do with the number of balls that they've faced and letting the batters know that you got so many balls and then you're going to have to retire. So I'm guessing they've been told, look, never mind about blocking, particularly probably to Jawadana. Don't worry about blocking. Try and play some shots before you have to retire out. Well, that should be a shot. It's a bit of a moon ball. It's certainly given that some flight. Hits it well, but finds the fielder. Struthers makes the stop. There's a little bit of extra flight given to that one by Clayton. All right, let's see if Eddie Jawadana is going to take note of what instructions were shouted out to him. Well, maybe. Well, they're not running. Why have they not run there? Well, I don't understand this at all. They didn't take the single, and they didn't get any screams or shouts from the teammates either. Maybe they missed it. Oh, this time they will run. It's leg by signal there by Cedric. Out there with Barry Burns. Well done to all the umpires today and the match officials, of course. We had Mike and Peter out there at the earlier match. That's a good shot. That's 4 runs. That's well struck. And you can hear the screams and the applause and the cheers there from the wives and partners of the players. They're certainly enjoying themselves as well. I think every night when I get back to base, quite a lot of the supporters and Canada Master players are sat in the lobby of the hotel we're at, and they're enjoying themselves. They really are. So they should. That's in the air and also on the way to the boundary. And it's going to be cuatro carreras más. No hay una, no hay dos. Eso es dos. 2 fours. Just trying to give it a little bit more flight here, maybe, Russell Clayton. But the batters, particularly the right-hander here, Ramiz Mohammed, is liking it. And he's enjoying it and lapping it up for more. Good batting, Ramiz Mohammed. Nicely played. And that's going to probably be another boundary. Is it going to be stopped? Just slows down. And they're going to get a couple here. So that moves them to 49. So on verge of the first 50 being scored here by a Canadian batter. Will it be Ramiz Mohammed will get there? And it's a nice little moment there as the keeper Dennis just helps Ramiz with his laces. Over gets called. 84. 12 off that over. Productive, very productive. Of 13. Dilshad will continue. Then I reckon they might go after Dilshad here or try. Well, maybe not. Quite surprised actually here that the way Eddie Jawadana is taking his innings. I would have thought that by now he would have really have tried to open up, and he's got into the 40s in terms of number of balls faced now, and I'm see he's still being pretty careful. Sounded like that caught something. I don't know what. Maybe a bit of pad or something. No, bit of bat, so that's runs. I don't think Mo Dilshad is going to bowl too full here to Ramiz Mohammed. Though Ramiz knows he's on the verge of a 50, he might himself just think, you know what, I'll rather just push it and take the single. And that's what he will do. He will get his 50, very well batted. It's a lovely knock. And thoroughly deserved. Not really given a chance there. 7 fours on his way to that 50 of 40 deliveries, and the two batters come together in the middle as he gets congratulated there by Eddie. And I suppose in the words of Mariah Carey, that would be, "You're my hero." And that's probably what Eddie has said. Well, that's what maybe the Canada Master supporters are saying. And maybe the two up there in the middle are saying, "We belong together." That was another Mariah Carey song, which came out in 2005. Well, they probably do belong together, like in this partnership. And fielder is there and will take the catch, but drops his shades. Of course he drops his shades, because those shades never stay on his head. But the catch is taken. Russell Clayton holds on to the catch. And the first one in anger that was hit there by the left-hander, Eddie Jawardana, is the one that he gets out to. So that's the end. As I think it's an opportunity also, once that wicket goes down, that they'll take drinks. And Garrett will take the drinks out. So the first wicket goes. The partnership worth 86 in the end. And it's Eddie Jawardana will go and will depart on 24. But he's given his team the perfect start. And while the players, they take their drinks, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up tomorrow. So, of course, the festival does continue. And day 4 will see the return of the Australian Kangaroos taking on Warwickshire. 2 unbeaten teams so far. Warwickshire, they're a team that were the inaugural champions back in 2018. And after being away for 8 years, they've come back, and they came back with a very impressive win against the Essex CXs, 204 to 108. And they got some good players in there as well. And of course, Mark Eames and David Swinburne were in excellent form. And as too was Steve Healy. And they were good. And don't forget, of course, there was excellent performances there from their wicketkeeper, player of the match performance from Kevin Bissett. He's good, I'm telling you that now. He took 2 stumps and 3 catches, but Nigel Moore, probably the captain, a bit disappointed, didn't get that player of the match himself, because he holds the best bowling figures that we've seen in this Malta Seniors Cricket Festival, when he took 5 for 20. And Michelle Pfeiffer, which Yanka had no idea the meaning of that. I remember when I was shot the interview, Yanka said, "Rika, you do realise you said Michelle Pfeiffer?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Why? Is she here?" "What did you mention her?" Well, Yanka knows now. Yeah, there was that Michelle Pfeiffer. So they are looking good. And don't forget the Kangaroos. They too scored at 200 runs against the Essex CXs. They got a win by 65 runs. And for them, it was Randall McDonald who was in great form, as was Peter Vachia. And it was Randall McDonald who was the player of the match. So two teams that have scored 200 runs in their first match will come together for the start of day 4 tomorrow. And then after that, Sussex, the reigning champions who lost their first match earlier today, remember, to Kent, and they take on the Essex Eagles, who were also victorious when they played their first match. Remember, they beat Kent by 60 runs, 176 to 116. So that's the play for tomorrow. And then, of course, after that, we'll know how the rest of the groups will look. We do know that in day 5, the first match will be Norfolk and Suffolk against the Canada Masters, but we don't know what the second match will be. It all depends where teams finish in their respective groups. So back to the action after the drinks break. And that's nicely clipped away. The new batter that has gone out there is the captain, Rohan Jaya Sakira. That's played nicely. That's going to be 4 runs. बहुत बढ़िया शॉट मारिया. अपनी है ना बॉडी दी प्लेसमेंट टाइमिंग बहुत अच्छी सीगी. अच्छा फॉलो थ्रू here. चौका लग गया. Beautiful shot. Beautifully played. Very nice shot. Got to the pitch of it. Lovely footwork. And showing his class, really. I saw a little bit of him on that Tuesday. He is a very good player, and good time for him to go out there as well. It's a nice partnership between the two openers. There's not really any pressure on him. They kind of have this under control. It's very similar, as I've said a number of times in this festival, to the first match, where Kent made fairly easy work of the 162 they needed. Did it with 4 overs to go, didn't they? And that was in a 27-a-side over match. And you would imagine, if unless there's a real collapse here, that Canada Masters are looking to do the same sort of thing here. And Surrey, it then begs the question where it leaves them after they went down in one match already, match number 3, to Norfolk and Suffolk. That's played nicely. Does like to play the drive, doesn't he? I mean, that wasn't a bad delivery, but it was still met with a fair bit of force. And well, there was that one boundary in the over from Diaper, but other than that, it was not a bad one at all. So
next to each other, but
15 overs completed. 91 on the board. And Dilshad will continue. I mean, he has bowled well, and I think they're just going to bowl him out here, and which makes sense, really. I was thinking to myself that you probably, though he's bowling well and bowling tidily, there's wickets that really Surrey need, whether it be worth trying somebody, and if it doesn't work, you've got him to fall back on. But I think he's just kind of keeping it tidy, but they're really the club for him to pick up a wicket as well. It's only has deserved one. He's bowled well. Let's see if he can get a breakthrough here. That's played into space by the El Capitan. So it's another single. Nicely played. दोस्तों सानू बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है कि तुसी सानू फॉलो करदे आ कल भी 2 मैच होने आ and nice footwork. Well, there seems to be all the runs coming in this area, keeping Greg Struthers really busy. Yeah, शुक्रिया तुसी मैच देखदे आ अपने दोस्त नू दसो ਤਾਂ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਜਾਣੇ ਵੀ ਆਉਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਫੋਲੋ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੈਚ ਦੇਖੋਗੇ Yeah, do join us again tomorrow. 2 more matches tomorrow and big matches tomorrow. The first one is going to be a real tough one, as that one is going to probably, just bobble over for 4. Quattro mas. Powerful shot from, I think we can see already, a guy who does like to play powerful shots down the ground. He likes to drive, doesn't he? He likes to get onto the front foot and hit through the ball. Dilshad probably will try maybe a little bit shorter. This time it's just worked away nicely. The leg side, another single taken. Do join us again, of course, tomorrow. So we will be back with 2 big matches, and of course that first one, Warwickshire and the Australian Kangaroos, will be a great match. And the Kangaroos, well, a bit like Canada Masters, they've certainly brought a lot of colour and flair with them as well. They played for the first time last year, and they have come back. And as the 100 comes up for Canada, and well applauded by their own spectators and of course others on the ground as well. Yeah, they were here last year, but of course, mammoth effort for them to make it this time round. They had all sorts of problems, as you can all imagine, getting here, stuck in Dubai, etc. Had to go to Cyprus, and I think they spent 2 nights in Cyprus before they were able to get a flight out here. But they're such a positive bunch of lads. They've got a really good positive attitude, and I know that their manager and leader Derek, it was lovely to meet him yesterday. He's just such a lively character and a colourful character as well. He's got so many stories to tell, and they are really a wonderful bunch of lads. I only met them very briefly, was fortunate enough to spend about 10-15 minutes with them in the Marsa bar yesterday while we were all waiting for our transport. So it was great to have them here, and great to hear their stories, and I'm sure that there'll be plenty more to be told tomorrow when we see them. So they will take on Warwickshire, and Warwickshire as well, a bit like the Kangaroos, they too are only playing in their 2nd festival after winning the first one in 2018. It's good to have them back as well. Diaper. And he's sprayed that towards short and towards the leg side. I think there is bat on this. I'm not seeing anything from umpire Cedric, so there must have been bat on that. And Ramiz Mohammed, he knows he's only got a number of balls left, so you can see he's trying to get bat on ball and work that away. This time he knows there's a gap there. It's actually quite a clever try. He knows there's a big gap there on the leg side. He was just trying to clip this, and if he knew if he got it past the short mid wicket, he could get it away. So only got 3 more balls to face before he has to retire, and plays his away. It's a fielder there, 1 bounce and stopped, and nicely done by Greg Struthers. Just a single. So
There's 2 balls now.
Ramiz Mohammed, after 2 more balls that he faces, will have to retire. Shot! Oh, that is a shot and a half. It is sweet out of the middle of that bat. Sweeter than the bowler Rasmalai. Ah, देख लो ये लगदा ना जिदा कैप्टन साहब ने 2-3 आलू दे परोंठे खा के आया चंगे चौके मारदा आ शॉट देख के दा स्वाद आ गया किन्ना सोना चौका लग गया beautifully played and from the moment that came off the bat I think myself and everybody around the ground knew that was going to the boundary and this one gets a little bit on that we'll get another single. Overcalled by umpire Cedric. 108. And I think Ramiz Mohammed is getting the word now, making sure that he realises he's just got 2 more balls. And Mo Dilshad is here saying, well, my figures are ठीक है पर मो इधर आ मैं पूछना सी जब बॉल ऊपर गई सी की हो गया अच्छा the person you can hear is Mo Dilshad. He's saying, did I bowl all right? I said, yeah. And I said, you bowled very well. But I was asking Mo, what happened with the ball that went up in the air? And he anyway, he's a lovely character. And I know that a lot of people are watching and following and supporting him from back home as well. So, and Khan, well, he was, what a shot, Khan was saying, full fortitude, or was saying Dave. And Rasmalai, yeah, that was a bit of Rasmalai on that. Just waiting here. So there will be after, let's talk about Dilshad's spell. So 6 overs, 1 for 25. Yeah, very well bowled. And he said, "मैं साग भी खाता, मक्की दियां रोटियां भी खा के आया." Well, that's why you see. That's why you put a performance in like that. Now that he's of course started talking food, I suppose we could have a last round of food chat. Really, see, nobody's really started it in the chat. Why don't we get the chat involved as well? As that is going to be a wide first up. I think they're probably going to get a very simple. Run an easy 2. That'll be 3 more to go on to the score. So, I know Dave's on there. Dave, what's your dinner plans? Don't say egg in the hole, please, Dave. And Nadi, what are you thinking of having? John Hisham. And I know that Miku is there as well. Miku, what are you having? You having anyone for pizza today? I might fancy a bit of pizza today, actually. And, well, Rasmalai would be really nice. That sounded pretty nice off the middle of the bat as well. But they have put 2 fielders straight back, long on and long off to the captain. You can understand why. Okay, here's Ramiz. He knows he's only got a... Oh, he gets a juicy full toss. And that's going to be 4 runs. It's a Gandhi ball. Ball Siggy Gandhi, Batke shot Maria, Choka lag gaya. That's 4 more, and he has just 1 more ball to face, and he'll be looking to find the boundary rope once again. And Nadi saying Gulab Jamun. Oh, Gulab Jamun we kha liyo karo. Aaj na idda karo. Aaj whiskey da dena na. It's played nicely, should just be a single, and I think that will be the 50 balls faced for Ramiz Mohammed, and he will now have to retire. He should be giving the message now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, nobody's listening. Nobody's listening.
He's not faced it, so it's all right.
Yeah. He's just having to run one more than he has. Obviously, there seems to be some communication issue here. So finally the message, I tell you what, we had to do the old smoke signal in the end. Walkie-talkies didn't work. Not even my voice got out there. We started a fire. We sent the signal. The message has got out. But now that the fire started, Mike, you might as well throw a few stakes on there as well. And he will come back. Well batted. So Dave is saying he's going to have homemade chili con carne. That's not a bad idea. Listen, chili con carne, spice it up a bit for a chilly evening. That'll do very nice. Miku loves bobitsa. Bobitsa. And, well, maybe I'll have a few bobitsas tonight as well. And little mini glab jamu bobitsas, perhaps. Yeah, I was going to mount the carry. I said, no, glab. Oh, look at the low-flying birds went past us here. The new batter that's going out is Chaudhary. And so, Ranjit Chaudhary. गुलाब ने बोला विस्की दा देना ना मैं तो ऑलरेडी कह देता ना अपने मुंडे ने ना कोई रोला नहीं पाना आज पीनी है नेशनल विस्की दा डे है ना तुसी इदा करो ना अपने लिए गुलाब जामुन करके है ना विस्की दे ग्लासी वो भी बिच डाल दो एरा मतलब ना गुलाब जामुन विस्की वाले भी खा लोगे विस्की भी पी लोगे सारे खुश हो जाएंगे that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, agree.
So have your gulab jamuns in your whiskey on National Whiskey Day so you can have gulab jamun and whiskey together. And Ranjit Chaudhary is here, somebody is saying. Yes, he certainly is. And Wicket Solutions, lots of food talk. Now I need lunch. Wicket Solutions, you're thinking lunch. We're thinking dinner. What are you thinking for lunch? We've had some pizza talk. Mike, what are you thinking? We haven't talked much to you, Mike. Mike, what are you thinking for dinner today?
Could be the kebab shop again.
Oh, no. All right, then we're going to make a deal here. If anybody's wanting kebab or going to Habibi's or anything like that for dinner, then we don't want to know. We've had too much kebab talk. So non-kebab talk. And that's just a single. And Kit, dinner. What's for dinner today at your household? Yeah, you guys have got a kitchenette and everything. So anybody cooking? Have you got a chef amongst you?
Breakfast we're cooking.
Who's cooking breakfast?
We tend
What's
to make
that?
our own breakfast, bacon and egg.
All right, fair enough.
Juice, coffee, yeah.
That's good.
And a banana just to be healthy.
So Ankit, what's he having for dinner? Ankit's still thinking. He doesn't do dinner. Whiskey definitely is on the cards. Mike is saying Jameson. John, do you know what you're having today? You got any dinner plans?
No idea.
John is saying no ideas. I'll go over to after this ball because I know that Shahan is concentrating big time, and that's going to be a wide. So Sharon's going to wave her baton at Cedric. Shirley. What did I say to you earlier? What did I say to you earlier? Yeah, you see, I said your name's going to change to Sharon. Here we go again. Short and missed out on it, but it's going to be another wide. Yeah, I did say to Italian tonight. Yeah, I did for the viewers. I did say to Shirley, I said, a bit later on, I'm going to change your name. Yeah. What did I call? I said Karen, but not Karen. You're not really from that part of the world. So I said Sharon will do. So Italian. Oh, yeah. Yes. That's going to be one bounce, 4 runs. Good shot. Well, it doesn't get any easier, does it, for Surrey? It's almost like the Canada Masters. One batter goes, another comes out and just takes over. And that's a good hit. Ranjit Chaudhary with 4 runs this time. मेरे ख्याल है ना बंदे आए थे कनाडा तो कनाडा बंदे ना पर कनाडा भी परौंठे भी मिल जाते हैं दाल भी मिल जाती है ना माह दी दाल रोटियां चंगियां चौपर के खाओ and साग दे नाल मक्कियां दी रोटियां what else well that's an interesting one. He's given him out. Umpire Cedric's put the finger up. So the batter, fair play, just thinks. I mean, have a look at this. I mean, he's a fair way forward. I mean, you can't tell from that angle. But remember what we have said. The bounce is the thing. I'm wondering if that was just outside the line as well. But I know that we've said many times that on this pitch that the bounce is going to be the thing. It looked like. That probably, well, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. The umpire is in the best position to see it, and Cedric feels he's going to hit, so it is another wicket. And that's going to be the end of Ranjit Chaudhary. And he is going to have to go. Dave is saying he normally is always doing the cooking. Anybody else? Wicket Solutions said, let's finish in style to Ranjit. Well, Ranjit Chaudhary's I think he's going to finish in style down the bar, maybe drowning his sorrows after he gets out there and play some nice shots. But he's back in the pavilion, and it means that we get a chance to see another batter. This is Ishwar Nandial. 124 for 2. Well, Dave has been busy. He's chili con carne, and he says he's made lemon meringue pie for dessert. And, yeah, lemon. I think Dave already knows any lemony desserts I do enjoy. And that one will be a wide, a bit of delayed reaction there from Cedric. And this one could be another one. Wow, he's on fire now, Cedric. He's being charged up. Somebody's plugged him back in. And that's another wide. So there was a wicket there, but the wides are mounting up as well. Chaudhary did hit a lovely 4 before he was LBW 4-4 of the 6 balls that he faced. Somebody was asking me how many did he make. So, all right, Italian actually sounds good, mind you. If you're having pizza, Italian good. I think there's one more ball to go. The batters are going to have to go back. There's still one to come. I think maybe this is where Cedric has forgotten that he eventually did call one wide. There was, and what's going on here? Are they going to bowl this ball again, or is it over? Anyway, it looks like... Well, I'll tell you what, the... over has been called, but talk around me saying there probably was another one to come. But, okay. It's 127. Oh, we better get back here. And there's definitely no single there. I'm not really sure... Why Rohan Jayasagara, the captain, wanted a single there. It wasn't on. And he does get back.
And yes, third and fourth. And 2 more later on. And we only had a 5 ball over.
It's a nice looking shot. Fielder's got work to do here. Good one-hand pickup and good early throw as well. Patrolled the boundary well has Greg Struthers. In fact, he's put a big effort in in the fielding and with the ball. Though he's one over. It was an expensive one, but it weren't for lack of trying. But they might give him a now that the batters have changed. He might have another go. It was Ramaz that took a liking to him. No run this time, and this time it's Ishwar and Nandal. And Ash is with us now. Hello, Ash. That's hit pretty firmly, and the chase is on. Andale, andale, andale. Iba, iba, iba. Meep, meep. There go the shades again. And इन्हें ना इनका डिगी जाती है ना कोई ग्लू हैगा किसी को नहीं तो रस्सा ना बांध लो रस्सा बांध लो इनका फिर डिंग नहीं है. Yeah, maybe a bit of string to keep those sunglasses on, but hit that well. Oh, looking to launch into that now. That one, where's that going to end up? And they did sound like sounded like there was a bit of pad on this. There it is. Leg by takes the score into the 130s. And Dave asking about James Bond. James Bond has gone into retirement, Dave, but I'm in touch. I'll pass on your wishes to him. He's enjoying himself in Hawaii. Up in the air, and that's just going to be a single. And over is called with 131 of that was over number 20. Now that's being completed. So almost there, and it should be a comfortable victory, and also a very productive one in terms of not just a win, a healthy win, good on the net run rate, and we start to see at some point just how important the net run rate will be. And a few people in the chat saying, Rico, we can't go without knowing what Rahul is going to have for dinner, our plant-based friend. And that one is rolling. Gear. Oh, Bachadita! Well done. Very well done. I don't know who that is that does the chasing. That is great bit of work. I think that's probably Dennis. I'm just taking a guess. It can't be Dennis, get it? No, he's not Dennis. Dennis is still there. It wasn't the keeper that went chasing after it, so I don't know who that is. I'll have a look. I'll try and get the back of his shirt, but that's good fielding. Even though you know the match is probably gone, doesn't give it up. And wants a wide here again. Thinks it's down the leg side, and Cedric's probably saying, well, you moved. If you didn't move, it would have caught your pad. So using the profile system, not calling it. That's what he feels. So Rahul, we go over to you first. Have you got any food plans for tonight?
I'll think of it on my way back.
Rahul he's opting out. He's saying he's going to think about it on his way back. That's nicely timed. It will be stopped here by Greg. All right, I'll ask you another question. If somebody could dish up anything that you wanted, what would it be to eat? So if you had a wish and somebody could say, there you go, what would you want to eat today? No run there. Well, I'll leave you to think about that. Okay, Kenneth? Food tonight? Yeah, Kenneth's just saying that, yeah, he's done too much of the kebab and habibis. So he fancies going for a walk and finding something along the way. High. Good luck. It's coming down with ice on it, but the catch has been taken. Good catch. And Russell Clayton takes the catch. Of course, the shades, and this time the cap wasn't on his head, but the catch has been taken. Well done, well held. That's going to be the end of the captain, Rohan Jayasakara. It went high up in the air, and it's a really good catch actually taken there by Russell. Second catch. Remember, he did also take the catch to remove Eddie Jayawanana. So Rashan gone for 19. Yes, he is. Yeah, so going back to Candice, takes a walk, find something to have. How about Sam? I think Sam's probably saying I don't know, because if it's no Habibis, there's no food. Sam's pretty busy at the moment. That's another wide. Sam, dinner plans? Sam saying no, nothing yet at the moment. And who haven't I caught? Well, I don't know where Garrett is hiding. Garrett, where are you? Yeah, okay. Where are you off tonight for dinner? Okay. Going out. He doesn't know what he's going out, but he don't know what he's having. These lot are pretty boring, aren't they? All right. Roll back to you. Have you had a thought about it? Chole bhature. Yeah, very nice. Chole with potato? With aloo as well? No? Okay. So he's saying chickpeas with the bhature, which is like a kind of, I don't know, cross between roti and naan, but you fry them. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, deep fried. And, and Kit saying could be a bit of a gas chamber. Yeah, chickpeas. And chickpeas. And you probably like it spicy, so spiced chickpeas. And it might help if we light a few matches, keep us warm. So just 11 required for victory. There's some fuel changes being made. I think just trying to... It's King who's making the changes in the field, trying to make this match go on for as long as it can. Or that could be an old ball, actually. Let's see what the call is here. Let's see if it's going to be a wide. The reason why I thought it could be a no ball was I thought it might have bounced twice before it got to the batter's crease, but it looks like it may have just made it. So this, we're looking at Bob Locke. I think again this time it's played away, but to the fielder, no run. That's a matter of interest. How many extras have we seen in this innings?
21 wides and 2 leg byes.
Ooh, 21 wides and a couple of leg byes there as well. And really, when you haven't got many runs on the board, that's criminal, really. They haven't helped their cause at all. I mean, okay, the batters probably didn't get the number of runs that they would have liked, but the extras hurt you. He's hit that firmly. And that's actually brilliant work. Hit it hard. It's not going to get nothing for it. This is Ian Justin, the batter, and he's hit that pretty well as well. Flat and hard. He certainly is a Captain Caveman type of batter. Yeah, I said I'll probably fancy pizza today, but before anybody makes a comment, no, without the pineapple. It just gets played away. Well, a few people running in here saying that the rain's coming. And well, looking from my view, looking out there, you wouldn't think it, but maybe there is. And it's another dot ball here. And there's a lock completes the over. 137. Now you can see. Well, I can see. You can't see, but you may hear that Canada Masters are screaming instructions out to the batters. And basically, I think what they're saying is, look, we know the match is done, but don't drag it out. You know, do it quickly because they know and have seen the dark clouds coming. And also, more importantly, they want to win as soon as possible because they want a good, healthy net run rate. And diaper comes back on, and it's a leaky diaper as this one is going to be called a wide. Just we can hear the rain. I wonder how well the tape is holding the tent together. That one's okay. Gets away with that one, probably just sneak that one in. It's the rain, we can hear it on the roof of our marquee. They want to take the single. There wasn't really any calling there. It's like the two batters looked at each other and said, all right, why don't we? Okay, let's go. So Justin gets another single and Ishwar Nandal. That's a good shot now. Is it going to plug? Yep. They will go up and down. I'll take a couple. And I think this is where if you're Surrey, you're probably thinking, if it's going to rain and keep raining on us, hey, it's a rainbow. I wonder if we can see the rainbow on the camera. But it's a beautiful rainbow that's appeared as well. You unfortunately can't. You may be able to see it side on. I don't know. Little dab at this. They'll take another single. 142 becomes 143. Yeah, a wonderful rainbow that has come out now as well. We're talking about Mariah Carey, who was born on this day as well, and some of her songs we mentioned. And a bit of a heartbreaker, if you like, for Surrey, because it's going to be the second loss. Single taken, 144. And they're just going to have to shake it off. Again, another Mariah Carey song. And yeah, and Mariah Carey, yeah, yeah, and Mariah Carey, and and Cedric. With that wide, the scores are level. And there was also that song with Boys to Men, One Sweet Day, and it has been one sweet day for us all, and particularly for the Canada Masters. Any run will do it now, and that's not the run. Well, it's almost like, yeah, I know exactly what Justin is thinking. He's saying, well, no, I'm not running. I want to hit the winning runs. And what he doesn't know is that, sorry, you've already thought about this and probably going to bowl a wide. But scores are level. Still hear that rain. The rainbow has disappeared. It's quite interesting. If you look at things from my window, you just see, for at the moment, it's pretty clear and you still see a bit of sun, but the dark clouds are looming and right above us. Hey, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that's tuned in today. It's been absolutely great having you. This, well, You wouldn't get a better ball to finish things off with, really, but he swung and missed at it. Yeah, and kid, that is the biggest fine ever. And Garrett, where's Garrett? Have a word. Well, that will be it. And that is going to be 4 runs. It's screams of joy from the Canada Masters supporters. The wives, the girlfriends will be happy. The boys will be happy as well. They get a win, and a good win it is indeed as well, and a comfortable one. They do it with plenty of time to go. That was only in the 24th over, so the net run rate will be healthy. And once again, as they showed us in the earlier matches that we saw them play on the Monday and the Tuesday, they are a good unit. I was very impressed with their fielding performance. I was very impressed with the way they threw themselves around, and thoroughly deserved their win. They outplayed Surrey here today, and of course they will know that they have got tougher matches coming their way, but well done to the Canada Masters. They're winning their first match on debut in this Malta Seniors Cricket Festival, and it's time for everybody, all the gentlemen, to get themselves in the bar, to mingle, to talk, to have some banter, and make friendships that will last forever. And of course, get the bartender to pour everybody a little shot of whiskey as well on National Whiskey Day. Hope you all enjoy your evening wherever you are tuned and have tuned in from around the world. Having your input on the day has been absolutely marvellous. I hope you have a fantastic evening. Have something nice to eat, nice to drink. Hope you have some good company as well. We certainly are all going to come together and enjoy each other's company today. It's been a wonderful day. Of course, we saw victory early on for Kent. They got the win against Sussex, so not the best of returns from the reigning champions. And here, Surrey, they go down in their second match after losing yesterday to Norfolk and Suffolk. It is the Canada Masters on debut who are going to be victorious. But a big thank you to everybody that have been tuning in. I hope you have enjoyed the coverage of the day. And remember, big matches to come tomorrow. And I think we're going to start on with an absolute blockbuster with a really big match. The Australian Kangaroos will be back taking on Warwickshire. Two teams that are unbeaten. And then, of course, straight after that, Sussex and the Essex Eagles come together to see which one of those will change their 0 to a 1. Both are searching for their first victory. So it's time for me to say goodbye. As I like to say, be good, be kind, be safe, be happy. Have a wonderful evening, and do join us again tomorrow. Remember, starting at 9:30 local time. Adios, mi familia. Shukriya. See you tomorrow.